Hello, everyone, and welcome to a one-shot that we're calling Oops, All Wizards. Hopefully part of a series that we do, but today is Wizards. I'm Ian. I typically play Giltesh on Teleon. If you guys watch that, go check it out. But I will be DMing this adventure. Joining me today is Brian.
Hello, I'm Brian, and I'm playing Kharion Belos, Bladesinger.
Kruger.
Hi, I'm Kruger, or Kyle, and I am playing Perry, the Abjuration Professor.
Monty.
Hello, I'll be playing Trevel, and I am the Enchantment Wizard.
And Val.
Hello, I'm Val, and I will be playing Dorric, a School of Divination wizard.
So, with our characters introduced, let's go ahead and get into this one shot. So, to start off, Dorric, I need you to make me a perception check.
Oh boy, right off the bat. Hiya.
Sir.
Oh, that's not good. That is only an 11.
Okay. So, the first thing that hits your nose is not so much of a scent, but as a feeling. You feel this like tingling start to almost envelop you, and you're kind of quickly just like looking around. It's hard to make out anything because currently what you're seeing is just a mist of green. You kind of are looking over to your left, and out of the left side of your vision, you notice that you're currently lying down on the ground. Not a bed like you would hope it would be, but it appears that you are somewhere outside. But through this mist, you happen to see a figure. Trevel, if you can go ahead and describe what you look like.
Trevel is an older, aged water genasi, which should have water-esque hair, but it's actually receding even though it's magical in nature. To have like sun-splotched forehead and everything like that. I have to find character art of my own character because I've forgotten him. But he wears a fairly nice suit with accents of pink, black, and white. He just always has a dour expression on his face.
For you, Trevel, currently in this state, you notice that you are also lying down, and that the mist that's currently around you not only is entering your nose, but you feel it almost throughout your entire body. And then kind of beside you look down, which would kind of be like at your feet. You see there is another figure standing up, but you can see that their body is slowly starting to like crumple down to the ground, like falling to one knee. Perry, if you could describe what you look like.
Yes, Perry, or as he would insist on referring to himself as, Perithax, Deusimian, Aleuvunax, Moorth 8th.
Hell
Is
no.
a or Perry for short, as he just tells his kids can call him. Is a gold dragonborn, a fairly average build, but as a dragonborn, still fairly tall and broad-shouldered. He's like 6'5" or something. He's wearing a beautifully tailored blue robe that kind of has like bits of like metal, some like fashionable metal pauldrons and like wrist bracers, and kind of just like ornate metallic colors kind of woven throughout this fine blue robe. And a pair of big old specs right at the end of his long gold dragon snout.
The first thing like you feel as this mist is starting to envelop you and you're falling to one knee, you feel like your consciousness is like slowly fading in and out. Like you're trying to fight on whatever may be in front of you, but you just can't see it. and you almost feel as if your body's starting to shut down. You quickly take a glance back behind you. You see Trevel, but the other individual that we see lying down on the ground, Dorric, if you can describe yourself. What does Perry see?
Yeah, you see a tall, you just laying down, furbolg, very hairy, like hair everywhere. His face covered in hair, down to his arms, as you can see, because he's only wearing a like one-piece robe. Nothing like flashy or anything. He's just carrying a little wooden stick that he always carries with him. But nothing that out of the ordinary. He likes to hide or merge into the shadows as much as possible. So nothing standoffish.
Now at that point for you, Dorric, you see Trevel and Perry are both trying to combat whatever is currently going on. You don't seem to have any recollection of what this is, but that tingling in your nose is starting to reverberate throughout the rest of your body. And similar, you see yourself, like your vision starting to blur, and you hear some movement from behind you, and seeing Perry, you also look back, and Kharion? Kharion. Okay, I want to double check. Kharion, what do the two of them see as you yourself are trying to fight back whatever has caused this, but you quickly realize that you're probably outmatched?
You see, Kharion is wielding. You see a satyr first and foremost. You see a satyr, with brown horns, kind of ram horns pulled back. They're adorned in this like white flowy attire that has a shoulder armor piece on one side, with a twin flowing cape on that goes around their neck. And the clothes that they're wearing is form-fitting but very breathable, as they are dodging, pirouetting, deep plieing, lunging out at people, or lunging out at the enemy, trying to gain as much ground as they can while protecting themselves and whoever is also in this space. It's very dance-like.
Looking around, all four of you, in various forms of consciousness, still slightly aware, essentially just in a mist, you all kind of hear just this woof, woof, and you can kind of see like the mist is starting to spread away, and there is some kind of figure in the air for where this amount of wind is coming from. As you see their mouth begins to open up, it's hard to tell exactly what type of creature it is specifically, but you get the feeling this is some kind of drake, potential dragon. It has the clear form of everybody here knowing what Perry looks like, but also the distinct wings, and then the curled kind of like wavered horn sticking back, and as a mouth opens up, you hear a inhale as this mist almost gets to seem to get sucked back into whatever creature this is, as a wave of just this green liquid starts to splatter across all of you. Dorric, you see all of your professors begin to get hit with this spray. As it starts to land on your body, you quickly hear a voice in your head. It's your voice. And all it quickly says is, "You can save them." And then as you're kind of looking down, you see where that green is hitting, it's starting to melt away at your body. Just real quickly for everybody, just for funsies, to see how the rest of this goes. With the knowledge of knowing that you are at 2 successes and 2 failures, I need a death saving throw from everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna get -4, baby.
Huh?
Oh, we're good.
Ooh, okay.
Oh wait, what's the threshold to
So
save?
1 to 10 is a failure. 11 to 20 is a success.
Got an
Natural-
11.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What did everybody get?
That's a 4, baby. On top.
13.
18.
Okay. Wow. Look at you guys. That's good. That's good to know. Dorric lying down on the ground. You quickly kind of brush this off. You see Perry has taken as almost essentially the full front blast of whatever kind of ichor this may be. And you see maybe for some reason, maybe their draconic history is helping them in this moment. But you do see they have taken so much damage from this that it is... They are still up, but they are on the brink of death. You look around, and Trevel's body essentially has completely melted away. Just a mixture of green and red lying down on the ground beside you. And from behind, you hear Kharion is still attempting to do what they can do, but this blast is still so much for them that, similar to Perry and yourself, eventually you're going to die. And looking in front of you, underneath this flying creature, a figure starts to walk towards you. Only for you, Dorric, make a perception check.
Ooh.
Come on.
Okay, that's good. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. A tall and slender form begins to approach you. You can just hear the footsteps crunching along the grass. It's still a very much silhouette. It's hard to fully make out what it is, but whatever this entity is, it is tall, and it almost kind of flurs out near the top. And you can, the defining feature you can make out almost seems to be some type of, like, I hate using this word, but like bulbous dome that they have, and kind of flickering off from that spray, fanning out, look to almost be some kind of like wisping around like tentacles. But that form is slowly approaching you, and Dorric, that is when all of this quickly fades away, and you wake up in a pool of sweat currently in your bed. You know what this is. You've seen it before, as much as you don't want to, but this is one of your visions.
Oh, okay.
The room around us, Dork, what? Oh, wow. This is fun. What would your college dorm look like?
God, okay.
How does Dork keep their space?
So, not necessarily dirty, but definitely not cleaned. There's a lot of like research books thrown all over, like what would be a desk in the corner of the room. I'm assuming it's like one person dorms.
Yes.
My assumption. Because Dorric, if there wasn't, he would like want a one person dorm. He likes to keep to himself.
It's a
So
very
there's, like,
small
books.
space.
Yeah. Books scattered all over the place. A lot of like divination books, a lot of like books on oracles and the gods and stuff like that. Just basically scattered all over the floor. There's like what could be considered as a madman's writings on the wall behind his bed of like names of different oracles known throughout history and stuff like that. And yeah, aside from that, he doesn't really carry much. Being that I'm a furbolg, just like keep like my the only stuff that I like, my personal stuff, are like what I'm wearing and like this one stick, like wand, quote unquote. It's not really a wand, it's just a stick. That I carry around that I brought from home. Those are like my only like actual personal items. But aside from that, that's pretty much it.
What are your initial thoughts upon seeing that vision?
I get up and I just kind of like try to catch my breath. Okay, I think I know what I must do. I think I know. And I immediately get up and I find all the professors that were in my vision.
Okay. So as you kind of like storm out your door, the structures of these student dorms is similar to most, where it is like a shared common room, each individual room, but you kind of open it up. And this is where like a lot of people hang out, but for you specifically, you specifically asked for a room the closest to the entryway to like the building itself. So whenever you walk in, it's an immediate right into your room and you don't have to talk to anybody. And kind of as you open up this door, you're kind of hit with this warmth just from a fireplace going, and you see there's a couple of individuals all just like, having fun. We're currently not, school's currently not in session, and they're trying to enjoy the last little bit of the break that they have. You see they're kind of like clanking some mugs together, and you quickly just bolt out to the left side, out of the town itself. And here, you begin kind of like looking around across the buildings. For you, here in Willowdale, you know that everywhere around you, these are where the students live. Specifically where the professors would live might be a little bit tricky for you. However, you do know that it is still close to the next semester starting, and they most likely would be at the academy. But you're looking at all of these buildings around you. It feels almost like a hedge maze of just what looks almost like cheap kind of like plaster and wood structures. Along the outside, it was more of the outside was just constructed as fast as possible, but the inside was meant to give everybody a sense of home and comfort during all of the stuff that they might encounter here in Willowdale at the Academy of the Arcane. So you kind of quickly begin rushing your way up to the Academy, and having to like bob and weave through buildings, kind of crowds of people that you either are forced to deal with or that you just try to duck into an alleyway to get away from them. And you can see kind of in the distance up along what would be considered a hill, the front doors to the academy. So as you are making your way in there, we're just going to go down the list. Kharion, what are you currently doing? It is close to about like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Man, we got a late
Everything
riser.
that, yeah, everything that has, it's more like a nap. But also, how much of it was actually, willing at that point. But you're currently on campus in your studio, or wherever you wish to be. Just so everyone's aware, y'all are not aware of the vision that Dorric has had. That was not a shared vision. So what are you doing this evening?
So Kharion would probably be going through their like lesson plan. Like their spell book would kind of be floating like kind of near them to like look at it as they're preparing these different like arcane dance moves or lunges to create spells to give to the students or to teach and replicate for them. You see it's a lot of like just lunging and just like physically exercising their body. And you walk into their dance studio classroom basically, and you see it's there is a mirror in the room, basically a ballet studio. It has the bar and everything. But also towards the back of the studio, there's chairs where people can sit down and like watch other people perform. You see Kharion has their scimitar brandished on them, and they're looking at their grimoire, and they're looking back at the mirror, and they're replicating. You see them casting Toll of the Dead to see if they performed it the correct way to teach it to the students. You just see it taps on the ground, and he's like, "What number dance was that? It was dance number 15. Yes, Echoes of Necromancy." And it slams on the ground, and you see it reverberate the scimitar has this black energy as he starts to swing it forward, and it just echoes in this like dissonant cacophony in the room, just shaking the mirrors in the room as they're just out of breath, just like, okay, no, that was right. I think that will be good for them. And flipping the pages as they kind of notice you. Oh, hi. I didn't expect to have anyone here yet. But hi.
Oh, Dorric is not there.
Oh, he's not. Okay,
Dorric has not arrived yet.
Okay.
But funny enough, and actually, you do hear a knocking into the interior of the studio, and it is Magistar Oshlana. This is for all the professors and everybody here. This is y'all's boss. This is the dean of the Academy of Arcane. She herself is a summer Eladrin, but her form takes on much more as ceremonial markings on her face. It almost as if you were to take a like paintbrush and perform some type of ritual to kind of harness that power of being an Eladrin. She see that, at least presumably, that's what you believe it to be. She will not tell you what those markings are for, but with her just long blonde hair, very slicked back, extremely put together figure. She is not wearing any kind of form-fitting robe or anything along the lines of that. It's almost as if like there's like a big like overcoat. It's really hard to make out exactly like, besides her face, what does she look like? She keeps herself very well hidden, and when she does enter here, there is an immediate presence is known, and you know, you might not even realize that she is there, but you might have heard the knocking, but she is currently in your studio.
I finished the cantrip, and immediately after, I kind of just sheath the scimitar, and I kind of just like, yes. Is there anything you need from me, Magister Oshlana?
Not currently. I just wanted to see how all of my professors and friends were doing. I know it's kind of the off season currently, but I just want to let you know that I will currently be heading out for the evening. If there's anything else that you needed before I left, please let me know. Right now, because I'm about to leave. So,
I don't think I need anything for the most part. I mean, if there's any, it's in my lesson plan already, but you know how some of the kids are when it comes to being here. Sometimes they forget their weapons, and sometimes they don't do the assigned body work for themselves to train their body to do this. And I can say it as much as I want to until I'm blue in the face, or red in the horns, but I think it'd be better. I think you giving them that extra nudge to further their education might be beneficial.
That is something that could very easily be done, and I will definitely look into making sure that that happens for you.
I'd really appreciate it.
And you see, well, if there's nothing else, I will currently be on my way. It was a pleasure seeing you. Try to enjoy your evening. You know, we're currently not in season, but you're working as hard as ever. So take care of yourself in this time as the students are.
I will. I want to make sure I'm as good as a teacher as they need me to be. So I need to be at peak. And you see that they're kind of just going through arcane formulas in their head, and it's just you see she sees them kind of just like looking across the floor, and it's almost as if they're like shadow boxing, but it's shadow dancing as they're just looking at all the steps as they just look across the room.
All right, you see, as you're kind of like glancing around, Oshlana just leaves you to what you wish to do, and she kind of exits the room. Presumably, you just kind of go back to it.
Yeah, I kind of just go back to the grimoire. Kind of opens back up. I'm like, okay, let's try the Beholder's Grip, dance number 71. And you see that they kind of just take a defensive position as a almost just like they're building psychic energy around them.
Gotcha. We'll kind of like pan away from Kharion training over to Perry. Currently, what would you like to be doing?
You said it was like.
Let's go.
Sorry, I get it. You said
You're
it was
good.
like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You said.
Yes. Yeah. It's a early to mid evening.
Okay, yeah. I say at this point, Perry would probably be in his like private office, probably just going over like his regular like school duties. It's very like probably what you would expect of like a professor's office. There's lots of books and scrolls all over the walls and that kind of stuff. He also has like a lot of fine artwork and a big picture of the Moorth family seal, which is a two-headed golden dragon on like a field of blue. He has some. He's just going over like lesson plans for like the upcoming lessons with some of the students. They're focusing on like the spells and that kind of stuff for the next set of Abjuration classes, and he might have some. While he's doing this, there's a I guess magical. I don't know how to describe it. Basically, a magical music box.
Mhm.
In the corner going that's playing some like what would sound basically like opera to us almost. And he's just kind of working at his desk, by candlelight, well lit, just with like pen and quill.
Yeah. You hear just a very slight knocking at your door. Probably because you're more kind of in the headspace and listening to your music box currently playing. So it takes a moment for you to actually kind of hear that somebody is knocking on your door. And just from the sound of it, it sounds like it's coming from like the lower part of the door. But somebody is knocking. Was that a clap for them to come in?
Yes, I do a little clap, and the music turns down a little bit, and I go, "Yes, come in."
You see the door kind of creaks open. There is a very tired Vulpin, also known as like a fox person. And you see that they have these dazzling green eyes as they kind of enter this area. Their fur is tan with like specks of kind of gray, like a salt and pepper kind of thrown throughout the fur. Their outfit is like is typical like tightly woven robes, but they definitely have bits and pieces of it that are like burned and torn and patchwork back together. And they seem like as if they have been busy for the day. You would know this as this is Master Consta. And he is the school's leader in artificy. Is that the right word? Artificy? I don't want to say it too much because it's going to start sounding weird there at the end. But you see he kind of knocks onto your door. He's like, yes, I thank you, of course, for hearing me out, but also the artifact that I have been working on, I think that I might be getting to a point where I have learned all that I can learn from it, and I have gathered these blueprints, and I was interested to see if maybe you would want to possibly display them in the museum, if you would be okay with that.
Oh yes, I quite remember you bringing this up to me. I will definitely bring them to the museum. I mean, you've been doing good work on this, so it would be a wonderful addition to have.
It's very fascinating. The individuals that brought this in came from a dwarven man. He had part of his arm was a prosthetic, and as well as his leg, and They have been helping me out on my tasks, and as a offer, as a thing of courtesy, I offered to help repair his prosthetic. And upon doing some research, I found out that that prosthetic is not typically from our plane. That is a artifact that seems to have bits and pieces. Just the technology in it appears to be from the Underdark, and it's obscure by all means. I don't know why he came into possession of it, but he did, and I've been studying it, and I think that this could be valuable for everybody to know. It's not often we come across technology like this.
It's quite fascinating, my friend. Yes, that's quite wonderful. I would love to have that at the museum.
I'll give you the notes and the design for it because it is still his arm. But between the two of us, I will definitely try to offer a handsome amount of gold to see if he would allow us to keep it. But it is his property. But if I can get it, I will.
Yes, of course. It's not. Of course, we quite understand that he obviously needs the prosthetic, but it's not. Again, it's not every day that we get the chance to display something possibly extraplanar origin, either.
He definitely came in with an odd group of people, but thank you for your time. I just want to let you know it's probably going to be about another week or two before I can fully understand what has been brought to us. But I just want to give you an update. I will also be heading home for the evening. I have been up since 1 o'clock this morning trying to study this, and quite frankly, I just want to go down into the tavern and enjoy myself. So I bid you adieu. Thank you for your time. And you see he kind of slowly starts to turn to walk out.
Thank you for your time as well, my friend. Yes, go get some well-deserved rest. Certainly look like you need it.
And you see he just kind of raises his hands like, "Will do," and then closes the door behind him. From there, we will go over to Trevel. What would you like to be doing at this time?
So, this might be a hard find, but would I be able to have access to a fiendish body?
You know what? For events that I will explain later, absolutely you can.
Amazing. In my office, there's a body just kind of T-posing over a basin that his chest is just completely ripped open, and I'm just staring into it and thinking with my impish familiar. And you've never really explained how the mind and heart work, especially for fiends. I'd be interested to test some things, but it's already dead. It won't feel anything right.
You're speaking to your familiar about this?
Correct, my little impish man.
Yeah, there's definitely a moment. Given also that he is an imp, he's probably kind of concerned that you're asking this.
He's probably seen me dissect plenty of different creatures.
Yeah, it's just, I think it could be worth a shot to see. It's very odd. And you kind of quickly notice that this creature itself, this is what is considered a patchwork devil. So you see that bits and pieces of it actually have belonged to other species. So dragging this kind of into your lab to kind of look about it, you notice that the right leg is human, but the left leg almost has a more elongated and elegant look to it. You would know that it's elvish. Its right arm is scaled like a dragonborn's, and the other arm is hulkish, almost like an orc's. This is a fiend that has been put together and fused into something new. So the the anatomy on it is going to be a little weird. So if you're going to start dissecting this, give me a medicine check.
Like I already kind of had it open, so I could see some of the organs without them fully falling out. Hopefully, let's go on top of the medicine
Yeah.
check.
This is more of just
Nice,
this is
nice.
a looking around and trying to piece together what stuff should be.
Yeah. That's going to be a 6 + 6 for a 12.
Oh man. Okay. It's like so most things that you have looked into follows a typical human anatomy. They're the lungs will be in the chest area. The heart will be kind of in the center. This entity, their heart is where their stomach should be, and you see that it itself is almost fused into the back muscles from the inside, and it's attached in a way that is not human, and it appears to be put together through means of magic, but that magic being dark.
Very interesting. I go over to my desk, take out my quill, strike it across my hand, and cast Troubled Mind Whip, or Tasha's Mind Whip, but I don't like using Tasha's name. And I cast it on the heart to see how the body interacts with it going up to the head.
Mind Whip. Okay.
I'm doing this more for aesthetics and to waste spell slots than I am to actually use the spell.
Yeah. So, okay, I was trying to see what type of damage it does. So it's psychic damage. Okay. So as you it's almost like you're trying to, as the whip kind of comes out, you see almost as if you were using, what are the chest compresses? What's
Defib?
the defibrillator? Yeah. Yes. Jesus, slipped my mind. As you kind of hit it, it jolts as if it was hit with a defibrillator, and you see the head almost kind of twitch just for a second. And knowing that you hit the heart and that's connected to the entire nervous system and the way that it is a bit odd. You cause psychic damage on the heart and that affected the brain. It's very weird.
This is what I keep telling you, Welly. That the more you look at creatures, the more you understand the mind and the heart are just the same thing.
That's not normal.
True. It was quite disturbing this time.
And you, Trevel, also hear a knocking on your door. Would this be in an area where would you just have this kind of open for everybody to see as they kind of walk in, or is this a separate room?
This would be my main office, but I never have meetings in here.
Okay.
Because I do shit like this, and it's a bloody mess in this office.
Yeah. Is there any attempt to cover it up? Is what I'm asking.
I just kind of go over to the door and slide over the eye hole. Yes.
As you kind of open up the door, you're hit with almost a faint glowing yellow light. And it's from the markings on Oshlana's face. And she's like, "Are you okay?"
As okay as I can be.
Well, I was just coming to inform you that I will be leaving for the evening, and that you should try to enjoy yourself. Are you having fun with your projects?
Yes, trying to learn the minds and bodies of everything is a task only built for the gods. But what is time to us anymore?
That is fascinating. I love the way that you think. I understand that this creature, from what it was brought to me, and we gave it into your office, that one of our students had actually attempted to make this fiend beast, whatever you want to call it. So if you can gather any insight into what this creature might have seen, that could help us kind of understand more about who did this and why they did this.
If I could meet with this student per se, I'd be able to do a better job at that. I am not a necromancer.
As much as I would love for you to meet them, some of Master Consta's friends have chased him out of town, and we are all powerful, and we will be going towards them. But unfortunately, I don't have a tracker on these individuals, and they were a high-level magic user, very powerful. So tracking them won't be as easy as it would be for any other student, I'm afraid. But
If we had another
are
sorcerer in the mix, then they just ended up at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I wish I could have known what happened there, but I don't have the ability to do that, unfortunately. But hopefully through your
Tampering.
magic, yes, that's the word. Perhaps you could find something for us.
I will definitely attempt to take a peek into the mind of a fiend. But they're guarded. Always guarded.
Indeed. Well, I appreciate your time and your dedication to this job. So I'll be leaving you to it. Try not to stay up too late. I've already met with Kharion, and I'm going to be heading out shortly. I spoke to Perry earlier in the evening, but just take some time for yourself. I know what you do can be a little, what's the proper word? Daunting, maybe?
Daunting
So,
or taxing, either or is what I have on my notebooks.
But you should still enjoy yourself and take this break for yourself.
Yes, don't let your vacation be in vain either.
I assure you it won't be. So enjoy the evening. I will see you here in a few days. Talking to me whenever I'm working.
Can you believe that bitch? God damn, Welly.
That would be like a telekinetic open the door and power word stun shit.
I have a
if
6
you-
charisma.
God damn.
I put that into being unsettling over everything else.
Yeah, it is working. So yeah,
Charisma's
so,
not good. It just makes everyone else's worse.
Yeah.
yeah. At this point, our 3 professors here have been conversing with their respective individuals that came and spoke to them. Dorric, you are rushing up to the academy, and you're kind of hit with the stone with like etchings of like crackling of marble in these stone steps leading up to the academy. And as you kind of hit it, there's a large double door kind of at a point, and you see that they are perpetually held open, so people can come and go as they please. These people are not too concerned about nobody's walking in here. And kind of on your way out, or on your way up, I'm sorry, you notice you've only met him a couple of times, most likely just seen him moving about. But a Vulpin individual, Master Consta, is exiting the building, and you see that they're kind of like trying to like dust off their clothes. There seems to be some kind of like soot and things like that all kind of across their uniform. And they see you kind of like quickly like rushing up the steps. And he's like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Well, sorry, trying to catch my breath. I need to find Professor Perry and Professor Trevel and Professor Kharion as quickly as possible, actually. Have you seen any of them?
I've already spoken to Professor Perry. They're currently in their studio, in their office, I mean. The others, in their respective wings and studies, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Can I ask why the rush?
I something I'm working on. It's
Make a
just time.
deception check.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. I also have negatives to this. Yeah, that's not good. So it's a 10 minus 1, 9.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Damn.
And he kind of he starts to like walk beside you, and he's standing roughly about 4.5 feet tall. He's not the tallest individual. And you see he just kind of like tries to like pat you like kind of like on your forearm as he walks by. Nothing too crazy, just I understand that projects require some help. I will be in the town if whatever project you are working on requires some more help. And you kind of get this glare from him that he knows you're bullshitting right now, but at the same time, he has comfort in knowing that it would be for some kind of reason that is important. So he's gonna let you rock, but he does know that something is kind of up.
Okay. Fair enough.
So Dorric, out of our 3 professors here, who would you like to go and try find first? I will say this: Perry's office will most likely be the closest one to you. Kharion's is gonna be more along like the left side of this building, and it's hard to see it from the outside. But if you were to look at like a top-down view of this academy, there is a strong core like square center, and then from the sides of that it branches off into other hallways and other rooms. Some of them are separate buildings. It's very much, think of it as like a snowflake. It has so many different intricate breakings apart. But yeah, in terms of closeness and speed, it would probably be Perry, Kharion, and then Trevel.
Okay, cool. So I will make my way to Perry's office. However, on my way there, I'm gonna cast Sending to Kharion. Did I say
Kharion?
that correctly? Kharion, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, I might
who
say
is
it next week,
this?
but I'm not. Do I have it prepared? Yes, I do actually.
Let's go.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
cast Sending on my way to Perry's office.
Okay.
And Professor Kharion, this is Dorric. I believe we've met a couple times. Something important has come up. Can you meet me with Professor Trevel at the main office? He terrifies me.
I am going to say that you probably get. I'll say this. I'll be a little bit fair. You get majority of that.
So what do I get then, I guess?
Yeah. So it's probably just like Master Carol, this is Dorric. You probably don't know me. Something has come up. Meet me, and that's probably about it.
In the middle.
But you do know something is up. So I would say that would kind of cause you to maybe start exploring a little bit.
Okay, did I get to the part where it's like get Master Trevel, or that part was completely severed?
You got it. I rolled evens and odds to see if that last little bit got through, and it was a 10. So
Okay.
yes, but that's, you don't know exactly where to meet.
Okay.
You do have 25 words, I believe, to respond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll look for you. I'll bring Trevel. Potentially. And hopefully everything is okay. This better not be a trick. demerits.
The merits.
Merits.
And I don't use the rest. I cut off the last 3.
So yeah, you get that response back. Dorric, what would you like to do?
I'll just continue on my way to Perry's office.
Okay. For you, Perry, there's probably another moment of Consta has left. Music is back up, back into our mental palace. Before there's a, how frantically are you knocking, Dorric?
Probably pretty frantically. I don't know how often I have these visions, but I know like they usually don't take that long to come through, so it's like very frantically just.
Yeah, it for you, Perry. It went from like a slight little knocking near the bottom of the door to just a pounding on the top half of the door of like, let me in.
I probably jump a little bit and maybe come in, enter.
I will very peek inside. Professor Perry. Hi, Dorric. I we've met a few times, I think.
Ah, yes, Dorric, my lad. Pleasure to see you. Are you doing all right? You look quite pale. I get up and my arms on the side and try to comfort him.
Well, see, I don't know if you really know my dilemma. Before I explain, I kind of would want everyone here so I don't have to explain it more than once. Can we find Professors Kharion and Trevel?
Can I could I do an insight check or what's the vibe I'm getting? How?
Yeah, I would say give me an insight check, and for you, Dorric, I would persuasion or deception, but I mean, from what you said, I think we might know which one it is.
Oh, that's gonna be a 9 again.
8.
Wow.
Wait, actually, I didn't add anything. Hold on.
4.
I guess would this be insight?
Yes, insight
Okay,
check.
then 10. Okay. Whew.
Okay. So how sincere are you, Dorric?
I'm not necessarily trying to hide anything. I would like to not repeat myself, which is why I want everyone else first. But I am a little frantic. Is kind of what you're getting.
Yeah. So you would probably piece together that what Dorric is trying to tell you is of some importance. You just don't know the level of it. But there is truth behind his eyes, and there is something from what Dorric is saying and what he is showing. He has a purpose and really needs to see the 3 of you.
All right, my lad. Let me just clean some stuff up in my office real quick, and I'll be right with you.
Okay. And I just kind of wait by the door, kind of tapping my feet anxiously as I wait.
Are you inside the office or outside the office?
At that door, halfway in.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're kind of looking down, and you can kind of see in these hallways, just the marbling of the floor and the intricate but not overly gaudy design of the walls. You see there are various stone painted glass windows, and they seem to depict just very generic wizards and soldiers, just very much being hey, this is a place for those that are courageous and those seeking knowledge. This is a safe place for them. And not every single window is that, but they definitely kind of line the hallway as you're kind of glaring down and waiting for Perry to get ready. Kharion, as this conversation is happening, you just received that message in your head. What are you doing?
So from my office, right, I Perry would be the closest to me, and Trevel would be further away. So I would have to get him, I would have to go farther instead of going straight.
Yeah, Trevel is definitely going to be the furthest away. Yours, so like Perry would be relatively close to the center because of being part of the museum. They would be relatively close by. Yours is more off to the left side of this building. Trevel's is more in the top, like middle of this academy, and secluded is a strong word because people do have to get there, but it's not the most convenient spot.
Okay, then I guess they would go to Trevel, and like they would go over to Trevel, to see if anything of this is words. Get Trevel to bring back to the student if I find him.
Yeah. So,
Jesus.
where are you checking first for Trevel?
I would check any type of like morgue, any type of like
Jesus.
any type of like back room where like they dissect things, because we don't know each other, but we know what each other are about, if that makes sense. That's what I feel like
Okay.
you described.
Yeah. So you would judge it. I'll say this: you would judge it based off of, because what you just described. You could pretty much head to their office area.
Okay.
You know that there is some kind of workstation that Trevel has, but typically doesn't try to hold meetings there. But you know that does exist. You'd probably check there, Trevel, while you're trying to dissect and fully understand how these organs are supposed to actually connect and work. Like, is it more of just a to be there to resemble something human, or did they actually have some kind of function when this creature was alive? When you hear another knocking at your door.
Oh God. Thum. Oh,
Hello.
interesting. Hello.
I got a message from a student, and it seemed like they were upset, and could I insight it if it was like frustrated or like not frustrated, if it was like hurried or like
Of the message that you received?
yeah.
I think based off how you couldn't get the full message, it'd be
Okay.
relatively easy to understand that there was some kind of panic to this message.
Yeah, I got a message from a panicked student, and they said that they needed us. They didn't say where they were. I don't think this is a joke or a prank or any stupid childish thing. I think, and even if it is, I think we need to look into it.
If a student was to waste magic of that potential, it should have some importance. There's plenty of spells to get the point across, but if you couldn't see them, then it had to have been costly. Give me a second.
I'll be here.
I go over.
I don't go in. I stay outside.
Yeah.
I go back to the Patchwork Devil, grab a hammer, just crack its skull open, and just take the brain out, and just kind of absorb it into my hand as a tattoo.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's definitely like a moment where it's like, as you're kind of having this conversation, your familiar is just like, this does seem kind of serious, and then you just kind of like quickly just walk by them and just BAM!
Just like it sounds like a Looney Tune skit inside of my room.
Yeah. Yeah, from the outside, just go boop, 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 boop. But yeah, easy enough. You see that the head of this creature was tiefling in nature, but definitely the fiendish features were exaggerated. And as you kind of crack open the skull, this almost like purplish, maybe grayish brain exists, and you just grab it and you absorb it and into your tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grab my quill, put it in its holster, and if you don't want to see what I'm working on, either turn around or start walking.
I guess I'll start walking then. And they with a skip in their step, really. They kind of just make their way out to just be like, I don't want to look at that. My day has been really good since then.
Yeah.
Close the eye hole, close the door, do the 4 locks on the door, and like for the first time you see how he moves, and he's like his shoulders are in, he has this awkward slouch to his neck as he just kind of follows along.
Oh man, I love it.
He's-
Yeah. So, for the sake of time, I'm gonna roll a d20 here. Takes you guys 4 minutes to find each other. There's definitely like a period of where, as soon as you got that message, you went to go find Trevel. And you quickly go, and find Trevel, and y'all begin making your way. And I would say y'all would even kind of expedite this process by going through the Garden of Rejuvenation. So technically, thematically, you didn't use a spell slot. Mechanically, you didn't, but we're saying to get that back. As you're kind of walking through, you're feeling what little bit of energy that caused you to exert. You feel that coming back. And then just kind of as you're walking through, the center of the square of this academy is where this garden is, and various large foliage of trees of different, almost maybe different planes, resembling that of like the Feywild. It has, trees typically don't have like blue and purple leaves attached to it, but something here is giving you this kind of extra boost in getting back any kind of tiredness you may have had. And just kind of passing through this area, following a stone path, you make your way back towards the front of the academy. And as you kind of do, you see Perry and Dorric both kind of like begin heading their way to go find you guys. And you see down the hallway, they're walking away from you as you guys kind of enter into the main area, but you guys can spot them walking in the wrong direction, basically.
I just cast the message cantrip, turn around.
Who are you casting it to?
I will cast it to Perry because I actually recognize him.
Fair enough. Yeah, you hear that in your head, Perry.
Ooh.
Trevel's here.
Yes. Oh, wonderful. Go. Oh, hello, friend. We were just looking for you.
He's talking to you, Kharion.
Hi, Perry.
Is this the student of interest?
I kind of
Hi.
look around. Yeah, I look around Perry to see Dorric also there. Just like, it was you, right?
Yes, I was the one to send you that message. Sorry about that, actually. I don't know if you're used to that.
No, I don't care.
Usually try to warn people before I do it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Oh boy.
With haste, a little bit. We have important stuff to do.
Well, if we have 10
you
minutes, I
have no
could
idea.
make it much more hastier.
And no, I think it's fine. See, okay, you're professors. I'm sure you have some idea about me and my issues. The reason I came to this school because I have what some people would call prophetic visions.
Are you the sorcerer that
future.
brought the creature in?
What creature?
Never mind.
Sorry. I can kind of see a couple hours usually into the future. I don't really control when it happens or how it happens. A lot of times it's just really bad stuff. And I guess to the long story short, I saw the 4 of us dying.
I'm too pretty to die.
Oh.
Oh, like, so a nightmare. You had a nightmare.
No. These visions always come true.
I know I'd at least be interested in seeing this vision. Would the rest of you?
Yes, I would.
Now just give me 10
As
minutes
well.
as I cast Rary's telepathic bond.
Oh, okay. I guess that's just one way to do it.
Yeah.
I like to imagine it's just like, let me cast, give me 10 minutes, and it's just like 10 minutes of like dead silence.
No, like that's actually what it is. It's like
Yeah.
you just like start to hear my heartbeat, and all of our heartbeats start to match as telepathic bond goes through.
Oh, I hate that.
Ooh, that's
But once like the 10 minutes are over, our cycles kind of end, and we're all back to whatever slow or fast heart rate we tend to have.
Hmm.
Now paint a picture for us.
Oh, okay. I will close my eyes and try to remember as much as I can from the vision. The green mist, all of us standing kind of like scattered around a battlefield. The creature that I saw with the bulbous dome and the tentacles, and just yeah.
And we'd recognize this creature as just being a dragon or something from a different plane of existence.
The creature that you saw in the air, you know it's a dragon, but because of the vision, you can't tell specifically like what color, like what type of dragon it is. It was hard to make out, given that the visions that you get, everything is very silhouettic. It's very hard to make out exact detail, but the general shapes are there.
Perfect.
But yeah, you would see everything.
Why was I the only one to actually die?
I love that that's the thing you ask.
That's very on character.
This sucks. I just had a conversation with Magister about being able to live forever.
I will say they do usually come true, but something different this time is I heard a voice. I think it was my voice saying that we can change this, which is why I sprinted. Usually I just keep it to myself. But this is why I figured I should tell you, at least to warn you.
Do we have a starting point? Or, Kharion, you go ahead.
Oh,
Do we have... Okay. Did you see anything else? Any people? Any... Like, what was happening?
Oh boy.
You said the mist and everything, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, what you would have seen was just the four of you and whatever was attacking you at that time. And if the dragon's breath that it didn't kill you, whatever creature was coming up was going to.
Okay.
Was it in any room? Any...
It looked like it was outside.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Are you able to, are any of us able to maybe like recognize like the area at all? Like, does it maybe look familiar to like somewhere on the school grounds?
I would allow Trevel to do that because you telepathically saw the vision.
Well, theoretically, we all would have.
Oh, it's everybody?
Yeah, Rary's telepathic bond. We can now speak in each other's minds, and if we do the Myconid way, you can also give vision.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, 8 willing creatures. I haven't completely overread that. Yeah, so I'll say everybody can make a nature check or a history check.
I rolled like
17.
11.
It's
14.
23 history for me.
Damn. Okay. So Dorric, I will say Kharion, where you and Trevel had just walked through the garden, you notice that the foliage that you saw in the vision reminds you of the garden. For you, Dorric, with a 23 in this vision and almost having to like recount it, you know that there's like a specific area that this took place, and it was next to Master Consta's workshop. For you, Trevel and Perry, it's like I would say for you, Trevel, you're more focused on like, why was I the only one to die?
What is this shit?
Yeah, and for you, Perry, from your perspective of like what's being recounted and like in the vision and things like that, it's hard to piece together exactly where that foliage could be from, given that you probably spend more time in the museum than anywhere else. So you being outside is a bit tricky. But for you,
Gotcha.
Dorric, being a student, you probably walk the gardens relatively very often, and you notice that it would be there's a group of bushes relatively clustered together that have that purplish and bluish leaves, and they are clustered together up against a wall, and you know exactly where that is because it's along a path. You know exactly where that is in the garden, and it would be next to Master Constant's workshop.
Instead of saying it, as I kind of figure it out, I kind of just relate the image exactly like, not as the vision, but like as I see it often, just relay the image in everyone's head because I don't want to speak anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all can all see that kind of point, and as Dork, as you're trying to like telepathically communicate this to everybody by like forcing this image, you see you wouldn't see actually, you would feel the ground around you start to rumble just a little bit, and just everybody here through the wall leading into the garden, you hear just the rumbling and turning of ground start to sound from inside of where the garden was, specifically where you're not sure. But it sounds as if like rocks and structures are being thrown and landing and crashing into the garden. So the four of you are standing in the center area. This circular marble ornate, there's like a dome above you, and it's just mixed with various pieces of stained glass. No image in here, but it kind of creates this like mosaic along the floor here in this entryway, and especially with the sun now kind of starting to set just a little bit, it's more painting off to the left side of the room, and you'll kind of begin to hear all of this. Something is going on in the garden. You just hear just rubble and rock and stone thrown everywhere. What do y'all want to do?
Oh God.
We are the protectors, and people that need this place to exist to have money, so I guess this is our problem.
We do need to call to action.
Yes, we should get moving right away. Right on. Howdy ho.
Howdy ho!
he said the thing!
I just pull out my staff and I guess gesture forward and just get going.
I stay 20 feet behind.
I sprint in the direction. Is it in eye shot, or are we just going to where this is?
So you basically, you and Trevel just walked through these doors after walking through the garden, had this conversation, telepathic bond, and then from the doors you just came from, you hear this like almost an explosion from behind. So you know it's in the garden, but there's no windows peering out exactly where you're standing. You can just hear it.
Okay, then yeah, I'm sprinting over there. Yeah.
I will cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
I will as well.
And you just see a crest of a heart go across my chest. A bright pink heart on my dour body.
As I'm running, you see on the scimitar there's valves like on the hilt, and as Kharion is running, they're swinging their sword around, and you hear like these notes as they swing it as they're charging through, and they'll use their blade song, as you hear, you just see these music notes kind of just start circling around them, and you just feel this warmth, like almost EMP around all of us, just a presence, as I will boost my AC to up the ass a lot.
Any final preparations on your way out?
Nope, we're here.
Alrighty, let's go. Okay, so just for the sake of it, what is everybody's? Who's the first one through the door?
Probably me. Honestly, probably me for real. Because my movement got boosted too. I think I'm at 45 now with my blade song up. So I am, yeah,
Damn.
yeah, exactly. I am, 45 feet of movement. Yeah, just charging sword, just pew, pew. It sounds like a mystic pan flute as they're just moving the valves really quickly on the side of the hilt of this scimitar / instrument as they're just running through.
Gotcha. Who's
I
next?
imagine I'd be like trying to trail by like behind him as far as I could.
Okay.
Not far behind, but like second in. Not leaning towards the back.
Gotcha. Okay. And then Dorric and Trevel. Is anybody? I guess my question is like, who was all like staying by? I'm trying to place you guys here, but before I put you over to this page.
I'd probably be 10 feet behind Perry.
Okay. Yeah.
Let
So
the student
with
stay in the
that-
back.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. So as you guys kind of make it through this door in this order, you're kind of looking around, and to the left, you can hear just like the thumping of stone onto the ground, and you can almost see a like pillar of dust and dirt just blown into the air. Of almost something underneath the ground exploded and sent everything flying. You see that more towards like the center of the garden, but they're not trying to hide, and you definitely see like a group of creatures begin making their way towards the right of the garden. And let me drag you guys over here on roll 20. And then, so what you guys are going to see first is a couple of these guys. Can I actually... Oh, I can do this. Okay, cool. Do we see the creatures?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
goblins.
initially, what y'all see is these, like... Actually, let me be a little bit fair. Make me a perception check to see exactly how much you guys understand.
I'm on the board. Let's go. 20 total.
Oh no. Perception.
Also 20 total.
Can't have shit.
11.
I'm last, so 7.
Okay, it makes
Also,
sense.
Real quick,
Go
just
Yeah.
I did roll my portent rolls. I rolled a 3 and an 18. I don't know if you can read that. So
Word.
Ew. Okay, cool.
just so we know.
Damn.
Good to know. That's crazy. Okay.
That might save someone's life.
So, the first thing you see is this large hulking individual. They appear to be standing roughly like 7 to 8 feet tall, but it is like a hunched over. So if they were to straighten their back, they might even be closer to like 11 feet tall. But they are just metal-clad armor, and you see they are holding on to just like clumps of the ground, and they let go of it, and they point over towards a building, and y'all can see this one of the sides of the structure, one of the buildings the wall seems to kind of be like blown open, and these creatures are making their way and trying to get into the academy. But with 2 20s, you notice they're heading for a specific area, as well as you see that the goblins, these little guys back here, they themselves are walking with purpose. But Kharion, since you're the first one out, you notice that the back of their head is completely open and almost empty. But they are moving with a purpose, not just a mindless thrall, but something to them is controlling them, and they are moving with a purpose. Trevel, you would also notice that because this is kind of your expertise.
Ow, you see a thing.
Yeah, most creatures have an entire skull, and these things do not. But the big creature, you hear just like a deep, hulking voice as it kind of stands up and points to where the wall is destroyed, just says, "Protect the master!" And you see it itself, with not the natural 20s, but the 20s total, this creature had the ground in it, and you can see parts of it that were cracked and starting to bleed. Those are starting to heal up. So this creature might have some kind of regenerative properties, and they might have been the one that was digging and caused this explosion. Give me a quick... Kharion, since you're in the lead, give me a stealth check to see if you guys can get a surprise round on this.
Okay, that's 14 plus 14 plus 3, 17.
Okay, yeah. So this armored, almost looks like to be a troll, is like back to y'all, just commanding these things to start heading towards the wall. We're gonna go into initiative. But I will let whoever goes first in this have a surprise attack, because after that they're gonna know you guys are there.
Race for the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys are all wizards.
Oh, I have 0 decks, like 0.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Ugh.
gonna let you know now. This big dude. This big dude.
This is a big dude.
Oh my God.
That's a
He
big
definitely
boy.
has a +1.
Carry,
So,
please. You're our dex wizard.
I rolled high, and I was like, I wish it was for damage though, because you know me, I critted on.
Oh my
initiative,
God.
So
Oh my god.
Alrighty, so Kharion, you are up first. So, because we're treating this as like a stealth round, I'm giving y'all since you're going first, you have advantage on like your first attack. But after that, it's going to make your guys' presence known because you're not necessarily like hiding behind something.
okay, so just me or
Just you, since it was whoever was going to go first, and since you got a 23, yeah, you're going first.
okay.
And the troll,
Yeah,
unfortunately, is going last.
yeah. Kharion is their melee wizard, so with their speed, you kind of see their fawn legs are just like their footfalls are getting faster and faster, and they're really embracing that fey side of them as they just keep moving faster, and you see like a palm reach out as they shocking grasp, and before it hits they're just like, ire of the striking eel, dance number 11, and they slam the palm into the back of the big guy,
Okay.
and they already starting to do their second attack to slash in their back to do a 2-strike combo.
Okay.
So I gotta see.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move your guy up there just so you're aware.
Yeah.
And you're able to make a melee attack and a spell attack?
Yup.
Hell yeah, Bladesinging.
They
Those
got
ones are so
it's
cool.
because they have extra attack, and one of those can be a cantrip.
Yup.
Yeah, so let's make sure we highlight those when we talk about our abilities.
Yes.
My bad.
No,
So that is for the cantrip. That is a 13 plus 8, so 21 for shocking grasp.
21 for shocking grasp. That definitely hits.
Okay, and then for the scimitar, that is an 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Okay, scary. So
Oh,
shocking grasp does just 17 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
And then for the scimitar, what is my scimitar? Oh, it's 1d6 plus 5. Hiya. 4, 5, 9 points of slashing damage as it's just palm to the back and then a spin, a pirouette, and to slash in the back. And they're just in a defensive position, just bracing their sword, kind of just looking to see what this thing is going to do next.
Yeah, so with those like 2 attacks, it's just like protect, and then you kind of like rush up and shocking grasp it, and you see it. The lightning starts to kind of arc off of like the metal plating that is on this creature, as it's like kind of frozen just for a second and like belching out as you kind of then take your sword and kind of slash across the back. That hurt him. Shocking grasp means he cannot take a reaction, correct?
Correct.
Nope. And I have 35 feet of movement. Well, I used 35 to get there.
Okay.
I have 45. So as I'm there, I'll take a couple steps back just to be like, what you gonna do about it?
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'll move back right. Well, I'm here, so I have 10 feet of movement. So boom, boom, and I will move 2 squares back right here.
Okay. So is that your turn, Kharion?
Yup.
Okay. So next up is the group goblins. I'm just gonna make them all one go. You see this one along the top is just gonna kind of rush out and then sees that you just attacked essentially their boss. Is gonna come down here, and you see they do carry like a rapier along the side, but then you see this one sees you and begins to draw a short bow.
Okay.
They have a speed of 30. So this guy is going to he's going to come say hello. If I can move this, he's going to rush up here. So 10, 15, 20, 25. And then this one is just going to stay there and is also going to be taking a shot. So Kharion is going to be 3 attacks against you because everyone else is kind of currently, just because of the positioning, without even like trying to hide, they don't technically have a shot on the rest of you. So this is all just towards Kharion. So which probably knowing my luck, they do get 2 attacks though each.
AC is 19 right now.
Okay, that's the first one. The first shot from the goblin on the top was a 17 to hit, which misses.
Misses.
That's even less. That is a 14. So this first goblin, you see, as like looking into its eyes, its body looks almost disheveled, and its eyes are sunken in, and it just kind of takes 2 shots, and they just go a little bit too wide. The one up in melee with you, though, what's your AC again?
19.
Okay, so 15 and 16 don't hit.
It is just martial arts. Parry, thrust. Just very.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That being said, that goblin that is closest to you is going to action surge and take 2 more attacks.
Oh, damn.
Fucking sorry. That's a 9 to hit. Let's go, dirty 20 to hit.
I'll shield.
No, you won't. Okay. Yeah. So what does your shield look like?
So as I block the one attack and another melee attack gets closer to my stomach, you see that Kharion quickly like sees it coming and stabs their scimitar into the ground and twists, and you see a bright little sigil kind of spins around them and just pushes them away a little bit so the attack doesn't hit them.
You see that one, after like trying to attack you as much as it possibly can, just a savage attack, just rushing forward. As soon as you kind of block it, you kind of look up to it, and its eyes again, this creature's eyes are essentially like missing. Like you're looking into a skull essentially, just with this like green goblin flesh covering it. And it has just lets out like a like it realizes that it's in trouble. And I went ahead and rolled the next 2 attacks, and those were both short bow hits that did 9 to attack and an 11 to attack. So we're moving on.
Okay.
And we're gonna forget that any of that happened. That was a great turn. Trevel, it is your turn.
I will move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 next to Kharion. And I'm going to look at the little man that had attacked Kharion and at the trollish being. Do you know what you get when you cut off a snake's head? A less dangerous noodle, as I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on both of them because of my split enchantment. I can cast leveled spells of enchantment on 2 different people.
Whoa,
That's
that's
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
And those are both saving throws, correct?
Yep, Wisdom 17 saving throw.
Fuck. All right.
They're not wise.
So the goblin for this wisdom got a 0. And the giant troll wisdom save was a 7. So those definitely, they are both affected.
They both
And
fall
Tasha's-
prone.
Yikeroonies. Okay. So we're gonna say, just for funsies, say this like, I'll toss a purple on there to let them know that these guys are prone.
And don't let them tell you I don't have a silly bone in my body. I know it exists.
Let me do pink, actually, it's easier.
You're like, I tried to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's in my
It
quill.
is essential for my job. Yeah. But
That will end my turn.
Okay, great turn. Perry, you're up next.
Oh boy. Oh, this is no good. I'm going to drag myself. Where did I want to go? Let's say right here. Is that
That works. Moving under the tree.
trying to get? Yeah, that should be good. And I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on myself. So I pull out my silver dragon-headed staff. Yeah, I get it. I know there's a lot of dragons. Okay, I just did. And swing it around and kind of just like put my head up to it, and you see this like kind of like blue flame like appear like over top of my head, and I go, "You need to all learn some manners." And I let out a big belch of fire, blue fire that hits these 2 guys right here.
Okay.
So they need to
So-
make dexterity saving throws.
Okay, and the one that is prone. Oh, he doesn't get any kind of disadvantage on this. Rules is written, he doesn't. But I'm gonna say I'll give him a minus. I'll give him a -2 to his rolls because that makes sense to me. Because
They gotta beat a 16.
Okay, so for the goblin, that's a natural 7. That does not work, so he takes full
Yeah.
damage. And the big guy rolled a natural 5, and he's prone. So yeah, they both
Yeah.
full damage on this dragon's breath,
Okay, that's 3d6. Which
which is good.
Hold on, I just gotta get more d6s out. Oh god.
And the troll does get to save again with advantage because he took damage.
Good to
Oh
know.
damn. That's not the best amount of damage. That's
It's actually close.
okay. That's 8 damage.
Okay,
That's
so let me check these goblins real quick. Okay, yeah, that goblin is that first goblin is already looking kind of tough, looking a little rough on his end, and you see that the troll figure as it's lying down. I rolled for his saves. He got a 17, but he does have a -1 to wisdom, so it's a 16, which I believe still fails. Correct?
Yep, just fails. DC 17.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. And what kind of breath was this again?
This was a fire breath.
Fire breath, good. Yeah, so as you kind of let out this dragon's breath, as the fire kind of cascades over the troll, you see what damage that Kharion did to it was already trying to start to heal up, but then as you send out this dragon's breath, that fire is preventing that regenerative property. It's like burning the flesh that's healing before it can fully heal. So it seems that its regeneration is currently nullified.
Nice.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I have anything else I can do. Yeah, I think I'm good there.
Alrighty, Dorric, it is your turn. Why we looking at radiuses, y'all? What are we trying to do here?
It was hidden from me. I didn't see shit.
Everyone's real
Yeah.
gangster until someone starts breaking out the radiuses on roll 20. Trying to figure out how big a room is.
Seeing all this and just kind of like being a little confused. It's just like, because I know what I saw in the vision. It's like these creatures are not it. So I'm like, we need to get past this, just move on. So just wanting to like press on, I will rush forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right there. And where I can see right here, I'm just gonna cast Storm Sphere. So this is 20-foot sphere. I'm gonna center it right 20-foot radius. So I'm gonna center it right behind the big guy. So I can get all of them except and no one on our team. I believe right there.
You do have it set so it isn't broadcast to others, so only Ian can see it.
Is there?
There we go.
Is there a way to need to do? Okay.
Yep, there's an option for it.
Yeah. So right there.
Okay. So
And
everybody, go ahead.
yeah. So basically, I move up and I take out this little. It's like a stick. It's literally just looks like a branch. It's not even like magical in nature, but I just kind of like, oh, gods of the forest, help me! And I just I cast a little like a little lightning bolt kind of comes out of it and just kind of lands back there and just it explodes as this enormous storm around. So everyone inside the storm needs to make a strength saving throw.
So I rolled 3 dice at a time. They all were 11s. So the troll is going to be a 15, and the 2 goblins are going to be 12s, and the last goblin, it's going to be another 12.
Is Storm Sphere at the start of their turn, or when it's cast they take damage?
It's
when it
says when it appears.
Okay.
And the
So
ends
they
its turn
all
in
take-
there.
So they all take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, on each of my turns, I can cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere towards a creature within 60 feet of the center with a ranged spell attack. So I will, as a bonus action, target the big boss. So
Okay.
I have to roll for that, so it's going to be...
So, okay.
That's
so
a natural.
What I was going to say is he's considered
go ahead.
prone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it but you have advantage if they're in the sphere. So it's a flat roll, making it a natural 20.
It isn't.
Oh, okay. Roll that damage for me.
So that's 46 damage. And how
you guys are really strong wizards.
How are we doing this?
So that's 4d6. Yeah, we're gonna, for the sake of the one shot, we're just gonna double damage of whatever you roll. So 4d6, and then add whatever you need to, and then double it.
That's gonna be 24.
To the
I don't
big
believe for
guy.
spells you add anything.
No, that one specifically just says 4d6 lightning.
Yeah.
So you said that was how much again? 24?
Yeah, I rolled 12, so it's gonna be 24.
Oh god. All right. So as soon as this sphere appears, I'm gonna go ahead and do this so everybody can see where these goblins are at. This guy has not been hit, but this guy up here in the top left, as soon as this sphere appears, they take bludgeoning damage. So are you just like are you just like throwing like rocks and stuff around in this area?
Yeah, basically when the storm like kind of forms up here, it just picks up any of the storm. It just like a small whirlpool, kind of like whirlwind, kind of just starts bludgeoning with whatever's around the area.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Monty. That creature, as soon as it's like standing up, it just got hit with the dragon's breath, so it's like putting itself out as just a rock, just essentially just like grabs it from the center and kind of spins it around the area with the wind, and they are dead. Yeah, you killed that guy, but actually just enough.
And these two need to make a bunch of wisdom saves.
Yes.
The troll gets 4, the goblin gets 2.
Okay, so the troll got a natural 20 on their save.
Oh,
Even
good.
with a -1, it makes it a 19, so they break free. But the goblin is another natural 20.
Oh my
Wasted
god.
them. Wasted them.
Yeah, I did waste that. Because you know what's gonna happen is as soon as they are not, they're just like, that joke wasn't very funny. They're gonna get absolutely fucking demolished is what's gonna happen. So it was fun while it lasted, y'all.
The element of surprise.
Yes, because here's the other unfortunate thing, right? So is that the end of your turn, Dorric?
Yes, that is.
Okay, so the troll's turn. So he can stand up, but that's half his movement. Inside the sphere, it's also considered difficult terrain. So that means he has 1 square of movement.
Ooh.
So I will say for you, Perry, as you're like looking in, as this sphere begins to just form and like circling around with the wind and the debris, you see like a skeletal goblin corpse kind of like being spun around from time to time. This creature, through just like this like energy and wind, you do see this troll does take a step towards you, and it's like making its way, covering its eyes, trying to get to you. As like this like lightning energy is crackling inside of the sphere. But I think it also takes damage when it ends its turn in the sphere, correct?
Correct. Yes. So that's
Okay. So it's another strength save.
Mm-hmm.
That's cocked. Ooh, maybe. 14, 18 strength save.
Ooh, it's safe, so it doesn't take damage.
Oh, yeah, you see its like hand is like covering its eyes, but also part of the armor has like raised it up, and he's like blocking the rocks from kind of making contact with the skin that is revealed. But Kharion, is your turn.
Okay. I'm trying to see for shield. Is it the start of my turn? Yeah,
Yes.
until the start of your next turn. So my AC isn't 24 anymore.
Oh, drats.
Harder saw.
Instead, I will. Is this dude still in melee? He's just outside.
He's still technically within melee with you.
Okay. And yeah, he's far away. Okay, so rinse and repeat. Actually, yeah, I will shocking grasp this guy again, and then stab him.
You might kill him with the shocking grasp. Let's see what this does first.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for damage this time. I critted.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
And for the shocking grasp. And let's just see the damage for that. Let's see the.
It's just a little goblin.
He
He has 3 HP.
I want to hear the numbers, but he's going to die.
Yeah.
I don't think you
So-
can physically not kill him.
So 15, and then just double it, so 30. 30 points of lightning damage.
That would have that if he was a player character, that would have killed him instantly.
Damn.
They only have
Yeah.
15 HP. Yeah, he's dead.
So Kharion does after it, like the wind and everything happening so fast, he kind of just looks for a moment as it's just spinning in front of him, and just like, striking eel, and then just palms it in the face, and it just like phew, it just shoots out. It's like, okay, that's great. And they're gonna use the rest of their movement, to go 5, 10, 15. Would I be able to hit him from here?
Technically, yes, because he
Technically,
takes
yes.
up two squares, so he's like on the cusp of being out of this sphere. So your melee attack would basically just be like slashing into the storm. Trying to
Yeah,
hit
so I will. I shock the one dude. I'm kind of just running, and then I slide and try to chop at one of his legs.
Mhm.
In this like spinning knee crouch thing, very like Bulgarian dancing, where it's just like the dancing on your knees situation. So, yeah, that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, that's not good. Well, it's high. It's 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Okay, he's looking a little yucky. Send him here. Okay, it's your turn. That goblin's dead. This goblin's dead. We're on to this guy. Let's go. So he's in the storm
Fine, go.
currently. He's going to try and he got his orders to go protect the master. So he's going to do what he can to get out. That's going to be 10 feet of movement to get through the storm. And I'll say another 10 feet because he's still technically in it. So that's 20 and then 25, 30. He's heading out of here. And because of the rocks and the storm and the trees, he doesn't have a visual on y'all. So maybe even like through the storm, you see that creature is doing what he was told to do and he's trying to get out of here. But that's all he can do. And then I'll just say, fuck it. He'll do a action surge and fucking book it. He's out of here.
We can't see him, or he's just running far away?
He's like, so he used an action and he dashed was his turn.
Okay.
So he's currently out of combat.
Damn, I was gonna chase after him.
You still can, like, he's not gone forever, but in this specific scenario, he's currently out of initiative.
Okay.
So Trevel, it is your turn. You see this like hulking armored troll start like scratched up. What's supposed to be healing isn't, and it's like trying to fight through this storm with lightning crackling all around it. What are you doing?
That is the question now, isn't it? Because that little guy running away really messed with my brain. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to try and get on top of the rocks.
Easy enough.
I could just Mind Sliver the little guy, potentially. But I won't. I will instead look over to the little guy, take out the quill, draw a brain, and stab it as I cast Mind Sliver on the troll.
Okay. What is that? What do I need
Int
to
save
do?
17.
In save.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Well, okay. So he has a -2 to intelligence. That is a 0.
Perfect.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
11 points of psychic damage, and its next saving throw has a -D4.
Okay. Oh man. So with that attack, you see this creature psychically attack it. You feel it, like you see it as it was blocking its face. It's now like holding onto its head. It's still trying to trudge forward, but it is beginning to limp and just almost like die in this storm. He's looking severely injured, both physically and mentally.
That's all I needed.
You still have your bonus action.
Funny thing about me, I can only do 2-weapon fighting for a bonus action, so that will be my turn.
Okay. Perry, this creature is hulking its way towards you. You see now, as it's getting close, this like dark ichor begin to kind of pour out of its head as you see Trevel cast some kind of spell on it, and it's like has a really bad brain freeze, and it's like he's making his way towards you. What would you like to do?
Ooh. We can't see where the goblin guy went, can we? Anymore?
I'll say
or-
because of the storm from your angle, you would not have been able to see exactly where he went. But you do know that they pointed to go protect the master, and you saw a portion of the academy's walls were destroyed. So you know that most likely that's where he's going. Y'all can definitely catch up to him. But
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I guess I'll just. If we're not, I mean, if this guy's looking rough and we're not in a super rush, I'll just move over here, and then just hit him with another thing of Dragon's Breath again.
Light him up.
okay.
Yup.
It's let's see here. That's a dexterity save.
I believe so.
Yes.
Mhm.
Wow. A 19 minus a 4 though, D4. Minus 2, so 17.
Just barely makes it.
Okay, but he still takes half damage. I
Still
believe.
takes half, so
The half still might kill him.
Yeah.
it might still.
The half might still kill.
All right, well, that is slightly better. 11 rounded down is 5.
Yes. So okay. So with your dragon's breath, you first of all, I'll describe this. How would you like to do this?
Hey, yeah. I just you see the like little glowing blue flame that appeared above my head just start to flare up, and I just go back and do another. As a spout of flame just covers the dude, and I give a little. That's what you get for messing with the academy.
Yeah, as you kind of let out the fire, it begins to kind of mix around within the storm sphere, just as creating like an incinerator for this guy.
Yeah.
Kharion, I actually need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Was I in the
Fire
cone?
tornado.
No, this is something else.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, no,
one
I'm
of
fine.
the
That will
one of the
be
troll's abilities.
a total 20.
Total 20. Okay, you're taking half damage.
Ooh.
Let's see here. So that's going to be 4, 8, 10. So you take 8 points of slashing damage. That's already halved.
Is this a spell or just an effect?
This is an effect as you see this creature, this troll, as it's like being torn into from flames, slowly burning away. You see it hold on to itself, and then you watch as it erupts and sends metal fragments floating around in the sphere, making
As a
contact with you.
reaction, I'm gonna do Song of Defense.
Okay.
And spend because how much damage was it?
8 points.
8
It
points?
was 16, but since you succeeded, it was half down to 8.
So yeah, I'll burn a second level spell to do Song of Defense. And Song of Defense, y'all, it does. Where is it? Song of Defense. Oh, yeah, when you take damage while your Blade Song is active, you can use your reaction to spend 1 spell slot and reduce that damage to you by an amount equal to ×5 the spell slot's level. So I'm negating 10, so I don't take any.
Alrighty. What does that look like? That's cool.
So
That is
So
as I see these shrapnel kind of come towards me, I see it like everything kind of slows down, and I kind of do a quick little pirouette with the blade in the ground and just drag the dirt up to create like a wall of arcane magic with like a dirt wall combined with magic, and then just shield myself over the side, and it makes another EMP like bass drop, just like poof, as I deflect it.
Alrighty. Do you drop Storm Sphere or can you move it?
no, but I
No, okay.
will drop it.
Yeah, so like as you kind of let out this like EMP blast to like deflect, get rid of all the metal fragments, the storm sphere kind of just like finishes twirling around and dissipates, and he is dead.
Does anyone want to get the last goblin? Hold my hand.
Team.
I cast Thunderstep, exploding. I can only take one person with me. I cast Thunderstep, destroying the rock I'm standing on, and we appear right in front of the goblin. He's all yours.
Okay. So you guys are okay. You know what? We'll do this a little bit off camera. Yeah. So Kharion, go ahead and make an attack roll if Trevel, if you're allowing this.
Yeah, like that's my action to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, this time I'm gonna just. Yeah, I'll just use a goodie, use a good one. Same thing. 15 plus 8 on Shocking Grasp.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I palm the back of its head and release like electricity, and then I kind of try to lop off its head with the scimitar.
Okay.
Hiya. That is a 12 plus 8.
That does hit.
Wait.
Almost missed, but that does hit.
I want to see, actually, did I do my math right? With the scimitar, 12 plus 7, so 19.
That still hits.
Okay. 1d6 plus 5. Hiya. I do 8 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, so like with like what's the shocking grasp?
Oh, the damage for it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't roll that, my bad. I thought I did.
Yeah, I mean you hit it. So it's dead. But it's like as you go send out this shocking grasp, you go to reach for the back of the head, and you're almost grabbing it from like behind the front of its skull. Like your hand is inside of this creature as you're shocking grasping it, and as you go to like decapitate it, it severs the head, but because of how your hand is placed in there, it like the top of the skull catches it, so you're holding on to it by it just like dangling on the top of your knuckles. But
12 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, it's dead. He's gone.
I hate that. Ugh.
Just bam.
Yeah. Alrighty. Perry and Dorric, what are y'all doing as you see Trevel and Kharion just like book it? Just lightning, boom, gone. Y'all
I'm just
rushing
gonna run
towards
after them in the way that they went.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought, but I just want to see what you guys were thinking.
Yeah.
So because of the garden's power, if anybody expelled a first level spell, they can get one of those back.
Dang.
I don't know if anybody did or not.
I
but
did.
Technically, mage armor, yeah.
No, the hideous
so
laughter.
So your presence in this area, just for this short period of time, is able to regenerate enough magic to give you back a first level spell slot.
Cool.
Not quite a full rest, but just enough from running around. You guys can make it. Moving on to the next map.
As we're running, something doesn't feel right to me.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my third eye.
Oh.
My class feature. You can use your action to choose one of the following benefits, which lasts until you're incapacitated or you take a short rest. I'm going to. So for the until I take a short rest, basically I will be able to see invisible creatures up to 10 feet from me.
You better open them chakras. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I guess when we all meet up, you would see that I have a little invisible imp sitting on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And he's just holding a brain.
I give you the head of the other one too. I'm just like, I feel like you might want that.
Yes, I would. And I take out the quill and just stab it into the ground as I cast Unseen Servant. Take this back to the office. I'm a professor. Spell slots mean nothing.
Fair enough.
Setting.
I'm just staring at your imp. No one knows what I'm staring at except you. I'm just like,
Yeah.
He doesn't bite.
Somehow, I'm not surprised, but still. Anyway, we should get moving.
After you all.
Guys. So now knowing that there is a threat, do you guys want to start stealth, like a little bit of a stealth, moving forward, and knowing that whoever the master is in this direction?
Do we know if they know that we're here or no? I guess that's something we gotta think about.
You definitely cast a storm sphere, which might have given that like somebody is here, but as you guys are moving forward, if you want to continue to traverse in a little bit of a stealth, they're not going to know your exact location, if that makes sense.
I
Like,
can also
somebody's definitely
sound
here.
Welly ahead to look through his eyes.
Whatever y'all want to do.
That's not a bad idea.
But he's
stealthing-
lazy, so I think stealthing is fine.
Stealthing is fine too.
I'm not great at it, but I can try. This 6'3" fucking furry furbolt gonna try and hide somewhere.
Yeah,
This
so
one-
to help us out with this, I'll cast Water
So
Walk.
yeah, go ahead and give me some stealth checks, y'all. That's what y'all want. Ooh,
We're
stealth check,
good.
everybody. Stealth
Yeah.
checks.
Just because I can, and I'm a water genasi, I cast Water Walk on everyone, so we can walk on water and lava for the next hour.
Oh,
Cool,
sick.
cool. Hey, what does a natural 1 get me?
Oh, buddy.
You
Alright.
have portent.
I do, but do I want to waste it now? Because I don't get to add anything to my stealth.
Oh, so yeah, it's either a 3 or an 18 or a 1. It's up to you.
Yeah. I'll roll with the punches this time. I feel like they're gonna become
Let's
more
go.
handy later.
I rolled a 15.
10.
20.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course it was
Let's
on
see
that.
here.
Well, that means we have 2 positives and 2 negatives.
Alrighty. So moving forward, you guys trying to like use the foliage best to your advantage. Y'all are, I love you guys. You guys are wizards though. Stealth isn't like your go-to, so it's like if I hide behind a tree trunk, they can't see me. Which is very true. It does help for a lot of you. And so we're gonna say you guys are gonna kind of be. I'm gonna put you guys under this tree over here, but know that this is your guys' attempt at like hiding to see what exactly is going on. Barry, for you, for instance, like you're just like, yeah, let me stand behind the tree trunk. Dorric, it's more of just like, oh, I'm in the shade, they can't see me. Like,
I am one with nature.
But you see, looking into this structure, part of Master Consta's workshop, there's a large telescope here on the far end that's just gazing up through the ceiling into the stars. Bits and pieces of the wall have crumbled and fallen, and you can see into the area. And Dorric, for you, because this was your vision, it snaps back to you just for a second. That tall, slender figure that was walking towards y'all is currently standing in this room. You can see just like a long black cloak kind of pulled up on the ground is like making its way towards the back of this creature. And you see kind of fans out from the back. A few of the tentacles kind of like whipping around as it's kind of gazing at something in its hand. Y'all would know this creature to be a mind flayer. Let me make him visible for y'all.
I let out a very loud gasp because I rolled a natural 1.
Yep. It's him.
It's him!
And there are a few other goblins in this room. So with y'all's help, Trevel, do you remember exactly what it was that you got?
I got a 10.
10. Wow. Okay.
I'm plus 1, baby.
Yeah. No. And we love it, man. I'm just saying it's crazy. Because the only thing that y'all see is Dorric just go. And the mind flare holding up this metallic prosthetic arm into its hands. You see its head kind of turns around, and you see these like deep purplish eyes glaring directly at you, Dorric. Standing just above this table. I'm going to need you to make a fun little thing for me. You should make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm actually good at those because I'm a furbolg. Wisdom.
But this isn't the dragon, right? This is just a mind flayer.
Mhm.
Ooh, I don't like that.
22.
Okay, very
Oh, yeah.
good.
Eat 'em up.
So you see it as it kind of like glances at you, that deep purple. For you, Dorric, it almost becomes a trance. And you start to feel like you're only focusing on its eyes. But then you remember that this is one of the things I was trying to kill you and your professors. And so you're able to fight back as you do not fall under the spell Dominate Monster.
Oh,
Two can
that
cast that,
wasn't bad.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't
hate
have it.
because it was a DC 15. I'm like, man. But,
That feels
yeah.
low. Is that a 7th level spell?
that is a 8th level spell.
DC
Ooh.
15 for level
But
8.
this is the official stat block. I'm not going to change it too much just because we're trying to have some fun here and you guys can do some cool stuff. But yeah. So with that, initiative.
Alrighty.
Going
Oh.
back into it.
Would my blade song still be active, or do I have to cast it again? Because it lasts for a minute.
I would say if you wanted to keep it, you would probably have like another round, maybe 2 in it. So it'd probably be better just to go ahead and
Re-up it. Okay, word.
Re-up it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I was gonna ask the same about my dragon's breath, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it would have taken y'all just a little bit of time to get over here. So it's like you would y'all would both probably have like your first turn, you would still gain the benefits of it, but after that, it will drop at the end of your turn.
Okay.
All right.
Let me add everybody to.
Oh my god.
Did it
that's
work?
Yes.
It did work. Let's fucking go. Okay. I was so excited when
Oh, so fucking excited.
We all got initiatives. Trevel, it is your turn.
Amazing.
Yeah, you see, again, this Mind Flayer is holding on to some type of prosthetic arm that you can see along the inside of it has this green pulsating energy in it. It looks like almost part of the like forearm is exposed to show the inner workings of this artifact.
Amazing. I'm gonna move forward and kind of like extend my arms out, flick my hand out, make a quill, draw a tic-tac-toe board, and cast Enemy Abound on the 2 goblins in the back. I need intelligence saving throws from them, or they consider every enemy on the field an enemy.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's considered an enemy, and the fact that they had action surge before, they can they can take some hits. They might not do much, but they can take some hits.
Okay, 2 and a 13.
Yeah, they will both fail, and they now see every creature on the board as an enemy, and they have to roll to see who they attack, I believe.
Gotcha. Can you, which 2 of those were again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 in the back.
In the back, alrighty. So we are going to say they are considered the colors are easier to see. We'll say blue.
They automatically succeed if they're immune to being frightened.
Nah. These guys are meant to be killing machines with their +5 to hit. Yeah, so that's your action, bonus action. Oh,
Still Dickle.
yeah. Okay.
So
Harry,
the big
it
thing
is
is they
your-
have to choose it at random.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll probably, given their current position, I'll know what I know what I'm gonna do. Perry, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to, I guess, move forward a little bit. Be like, yeah, and I'm gonna go. Don't let them get the artifact. It could be dangerous, whatever it is.
My blueprints tell me scary.
Possibly. Whatever they want it for, it can't be good. And I'm going to cast Bigby's Hand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We getting active. Oh yeah.
Okay, where you want to put Bigby's hand?
Let me put it like right here.
Right in there.
Oh.
And it appears as like this giant, like gold dragon claw. And would I be able to? One of the things it can do is it can grasp to like grapple a creature. But would I actually be able to use it to try and grab the claw away from them, or the arm away from the mind flayer?
Yeah, I'll say that. We'll do a. Does babies have like an athletics
It does.
to it?
I think it has
wait, where do I
a
get-
+5 or a +8. I can't remember.
Okay,
It's
wait,
something
It has a
crazy.
strength of +8. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so since technically the target is considered medium or smaller, you would have
Oh,
advantage on it
yeah.
to grab it out of it.
Yeah.
And use the hand strength score, which is a +8 against
All right.
a skinny bitch.
And Ian, can you mark parry for concentration,
Well.
please?
Yes.
I said
He
12.
might still win out.
Let's see here. What do we get?
I rolled an 11 at first, but I remembered I had advantage, so
Yes.
72.
not much better.
Oh.
13.
Okay. So I have a +0 to a strength check as a mind flare. And I rolled a 12 on the dice.
We love to,
So
we love to see it. We love to see it.
we love to
We love
hear
to
it.
see
We
it.
love to see it. Yeah, so you can easily enough, almost like delicately, like just like 2-finger pinch the artifact out of this creature's hand without like
That's
trying to
fine.
crush it.
You. Oh.
I will be taking that, thank you.
Yeah, so your baby's hand currently has that hand grasped.
Yes. And then, do I get to move it on the... Oh, as a bonus... Wait. Okay, yeah, no, I can move the feet. Okay, I'm just gonna move the...
I think you have control.
He's moving it.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure I did it right. Cool. Is that your turn, good sir?
Would they take attacks of opportunity on it?
It would only technically would have been in melee with
What was in between?
between those two. So the goblin, since he's not affected by it, he's definitely gonna try to attack it. That's a natural 1, so don't even worry about it. The mind flare. Oh man, he'll probably make a tentacle attack just to see. 16 on Bigby's hand, which misses. It's AC 20. So yeah,
Oh,
they try, but they use their
Damn.
reactions.
Bigby's hand is crazy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful spell. Alrighty, so you have the artifact grasp, the hand is back towards you, and they have wasted their reactions. Is that your turn, Barry?
That is indeed my turn.
Indubitably.
Thank you very much.
God. Kharion, it is your turn.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'll re-up Song of Defense. I'm not Song of Defense. Blade Song. You see Kharion starts fidgeting with the valves on the hilt of his scimitar, and he starts swinging it around, making discordant notes, kind of just spin around him. Then, follow me with this one, DM. Can I roll some sort of check to see if mind flayers are from here? From this plane.
From this plane, it would be considered if the Underdark is a separate plane. I feel like that'd be relatively understandable.
Okay. So
yeah. So you would know that Underdark has counterparts in the Feywild. It's technically part of Faerun, so we're gonna say it's part of the same plane.
part of the same material.
Yeah, the Underdark is just like a subterranean region. It's not its own separate thing, from my understanding.
Then we won't cast banishment, but instead, yeah, that changed up my plan of attack. But instead, we
Still gets
will.
mocked.
Huh?
Nothing.
It still gets him off the field. You're right. But instead, I see what Perry did before, and I kind of match him. I cast Dragon's Breath. You see Kharion gets into a low bow with his hands flared out to resemble wings, and you see kind of like spectral light kind of goes in between, and it's like dance number 78, Rage of the White Dragon, and he just lets out a scream, and you see white like frost breath shoots out towards the mind flare.
How far is that? Are you moving?
I'm gonna move up.
I was like, Dragon Breath kind of has a little bit of a range to it.
Yeah. So I have 45. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And it's a 30-foot cone, correct?
It's 15.
15.
And
Okay.
is the thing you did at the start of the turn to make your AC go higher, is that also a bonus action or no?
Oh, that is a bonus action. Fuck. Okay, never mind then.
So
So
I
we'll
knew
do
there was
that,
something
then.
about Dragon's Breath that was very weird.
Okay. Instead, then, I will I will stand about here, and because I have a sightline on him, and instead we'll do something less flashy, and we'll just firebolt him. We gotta put numbers on him.
That's a ranged attack, or is that a dex check from me?
It's a ranged attack.
Okay, cool. So I know one of the flame cantrips. I think it's Sacred Flame. That's a
Yeah. Yeah. That is a total of 19.
That hits.
That hits. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so 3, 10. Where's my D10s? That's 2 of them. That's 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Okay, that's 25 points of fire damage.
Damn.
Since a win.
Kharion, yeah.
We get 3d10 at this level.
Yeah. Yeah. Dance number 8, Kiss of the Fire Snake, and you see Kharion kind of just puts his hand to his mouth and then makes a little heart with his hands and pulls it back like a bow and arrow as a firebolt just shoots out.
Excellent. It makes impact with the mind flare, and it's like you hear in everybody's minds. Does anybody here speak deep speech?
I do.
I speak Abyssal. I was close.
For some reason, I do.
Okay, so for everybody but Dorric, this sounds just like a guttural and like frustrated murmuring of just like if somebody was just like boiling, like not boiling water, Jesus, gurgling water in their mouth. Boiling would be crazy. But to you, Dorric, it makes sense to you, and the common translation is just like, "What the fuck?" Like as it gets hit. Yeah, so that is your action and movement. Bonus action for Bladesinging. Is that your turn?
Yup.
Alrighty, Dorric, it is your turn.
Real quick, funny thing. Barry used to do that boiling water in his mouth trick back in his college days. For real.
Come in handy, baby.
Yeah.
That's why we joined frats, y'all.
So
Don't
I'm gonna go.
Hazing
I'm gonna
goes
run
different
up
in,
all the
in the
way.
wizard world.
Yeah,
For real.
for sure. Oh wait, is he still? Oh wow. Okay, he's out of range. Fuck. Okay,
Damn.
that is my range. That changes literally everything I wanted to do. But okay, I'll just do something completely different then. Fuck it. So, kind of listening to like my professors trying to keep them away from this artifact that we now have in our hands. I am going to look in there and with my little stick just kind of like wave it through the air, and as I do, little mushrooms start to grow from it, and then just kind of pop and disperse into this like greenish light that goes into the room, and I cast Sickening Radiance,
Oh Jesus
which
Christ!
is a
Hell
30-foot radius.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna cast it like like in the back here. It's a 30-foot radius, so it will
on,
cover the
AoE.
entire room basically.
Yeah.
Come on,
The entire room
AoE.
that they're
Yeah.
in. And that's basically it for now because they don't have to roll until the start of their turn. So that is it for me.
Jesus. Alrighty.
It's
Yeah, I
way
was just
bigger
about to
than
do it.
it's way bigger than that. But yeah.
Okay, but essentially filled up the room.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So on that turn, it's the start of the Mind Flayer's turn. So what happens with Sickening Radiance?
I needed to roll a con save.
Okay. It will have advantage. It has magic resistance. I need new dice. I legitimately need new dice. I rolled a 2 and a 4. And what kind of save is it?
It's
Con.
a Constitution.
It's a 4.
Oh
Actually,
my God.
it's a 6. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
Wow.
But now,
This spell's
let me find my
crazy.
D10s. So
And it
it
gets a
takes
point of
4d10
exhaustion.
damage. It gets 1 level of exhaustion, and it cannot benefit from being invisible
Okay.
because the little like green pus kind of like sticks to him, so he can't turn invisible. So that's gonna be that's 10, 26 points of radiant damage.
Damn. What is this
And-
Mind Flayer looking like?
Right now, pissed off.
Oh, I meant health wise, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to change.
We haven't really done that much damage.
With 2 attacks, y'all have done 51 points of damage. With 2 attacks, one of them being a cantrip.
Damn.
Kiss. Nah.
But you can take the rest of your turn now.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. So I have a point of exhaustion. Took the damage. Anything else on that?
And can't be invisible, but that's about it.
Okay. It is going to, with this, it's going to use its flying speed of 50 feet to almost essentially make its way and just go whoomp here right in front of you, Perry, because you have its artifact and it wants that back. So it is going to yeah. Okay. It's gonna make an attack roll against you.
Is it now?
It does a 10 hit.
Oh, it does not.
Okay. So you see one of its tentacles tries to like reach out, and you feel it almost trying to latch onto your body and almost like to your head specifically, and like pull you in. But you're just like, oh fuck no! And it's just like try to like get away from it. So that was it's gonna be its action, and you can feel just like being this close to it is extremely angry, but is also terrified just a little bit that things are not going the way that it wanted it to go. That's its action. Next, actually, how much movement was that? And then it's actually going to move back this way 10 feet, and because it's a Mind Flare, it has flyby, which means it doesn't provoke opportunity attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Oh.
No, Thomas.
I don't have anything to hit it with anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Does anybody have any daggers here?
Me?
Well, you're too far away, buddy. So
Yeah.
next up is the goblins. Sickening Radiance on them.
Hell yeah.
Play. Sickening.
Ew.
Roll the damage.
So let's see what happens here.
You're putting them in the microwave, basically. That's what you're
Oh,
doing.
That's
yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Your hot pockets are ready.
Yeah.
And those two technically have to fight each other.
They're not going to
And
survive
this
this.
this is a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
It's a 17.
Okay.
17. 17 actually makes it. 17 is the DC.
Excellent. So what happens?
Half damage.
So I believe for when they get it, nothing happens to the one that succeeded. So let me see. Yeah, it doesn't say. The light in the consist will go away when the spell ends. Yeah, they just have no. If they succeed, nothing happens.
Does the spell end?
No, I'm not
Period.
concentrating.
Oh, gross. Okay. You start to notice. Let me do this actually. So what we begin to see here is Sickening Radiance is activated. These two goblins in the back, they're like, okay, we're gonna attack anything that we see. The one in the center here, which actually, let me go ahead and make a separate roll real quick. So those goblins, they fail with a 13, so they gain exhaustion, and roll that damage for me real quick. Because this one in the front succeeded.
You're only going to kill mine? God damn it.
Oh,
Let me cook.
Okay. 14, 18, 27.
They're dead. Okay. So what does Sickening Radiance look like as it kills these two, but the one in the front is standing strong and proud?
Yeah, so because it is radiant damage, but it's kind of like forest kind of related. I send out like little mushrooms as the greenish mushrooms kind of like start to sprout from it, and kind of like me praying to like the forest gods that I grew up with my whole life. It just kind of like takes hold, and the mushrooms will kind of like release a burst of radiant energy inside it, and just splatter it.
Specifically, since like those are appearing to be like some type of undead, you would imagine that even does like extra more damage to them, almost essentially turning them into like the spores that begin to like float around, like they become one with nature in that sense. The one in the center, though, very much you see that this form begins to almost like a liquid begin to melt down into the ground. And that goblin disappears just for a second as all these spores are kind of moving around. And then you see something begin to reform on the inside of this room, still within the circle. You see a figure begin to rise up. If I could get this to accurately, thank you.
Goblin.
Yeah. As that form begins to disappear, and what rises in its place is a Mercury dragon.
What the
Great.
fuck?
So Mercury dragons have an ability called Shape Change to polymorph into a humanoid or beast. And goblins are considered humanoid, but they also have the amorphous ability, which means they can squeeze through a space as narrow as 1 inch.
Ew.
This thing was
Cool.
posing as a bodyguard, and it is now in this room and is upset. That is the one that succeeded on Guiding Radiance because it had a plus 10.
Makes sense.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, yes, sir. So what we're gonna do here now is, now that this creature is here and it's in its dragon form, I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw as it uses Frightful Presence.
Oof. Okay.
What's my thing to that?
21.
6 plus 6 to this. Okay.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
It's a dragon, but its DC's gonna be fucking high, so
Oh.
I'm scared.
19
That's
for
fine.
me.
17 for me.
Perry
9.
would- Okay.
9.
So this is very
Grandpa,
poetic.
no.
Grandpa, no. So yeah. So Perry, unfortunately, you do end up failing. Everybody else does succeed, as the DC is 16. So everybody else is immune to it, but Perry, seeing a draconic form begin to just rise out of the ground, surrounded by these spores, and is dead set on coming after y'all, especially after the vision that Dorric had given to y'all not but an hour ago. Panic and fear sets in, and you are considered frightened, but you can make saving throws at the end of your turn.
Okay.
On its torn, it is going to begin making its way out of here. What's its movement speed? Okay. Yeah. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And you see it's like squeezing just through the cracks in the wall as the form, like, it liquidates just for a moment, but then reforms and is standing out here. 25, 30, 35. Dorric is going to start making some attacks against you. As well as you. Yeah, I guess you as well, Trevel.
Oh, it's gonna hit me as well? Swag.
It's going to try.
Okay.
We see how I've been rolling. We see how I've been rolling, Paul. So I needed something that had a chance of hitting. Okay, so for you, Trevel, is it's a 22 to hit.
Great. What is his reach considered?
His reach is actually depending on the attack, but this attack is the tail attack, and it's going to be 15 feet as it's like circling around to hit you.
Yeah, as it does, my eyes just kind of go this bright pink and flash as I use my instinctive charm enchantment ability. I need a wisdom saving throw from it.
Ooh, excited.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's a 12.
Yeah, it's going to attack the mind flare instead.
Beat his ass!
Hey.
You know, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna do that. That's cool. I was like, we're trying to try to wrap it up a little bit here, but that's cool as fuck, so I'm gonna let that slide. Because it's so caught off guard that's like, oh, these guys are fucking nothing. What's that, boss? Take 7 points of bludgeoning damage towards the mind flare. As it's just like hit with this like mercury tail, and you see it almost like kind of slightly like folds and absorbs around the creature, around the mind flare, and then spins the tail back around. Mind flare's looking hurt. It's going to make its other 2 attacks, a claw attack and a bite attack towards you, Dorric. That's a 16 on the bite attack.
Ooh. Shield.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a coward, I didn't take shield.
Damn.
I don't need it.
And a dirty 20 for the claw attack.
Yeah, that's still gonna hit.
That's still gonna hit. Okay, you negated the tougher of the two, so that's good.
Yeah.
And you take 9 points of slashing damage as you go to bite. What does your shield look like?
I kind of like instinctively just kind of like scaredly hold up my little stick, and this kind of like just really brief second, a kind of like flowery shield kind of covers me, and covers the first one, and then the second one just kind of breaks right through it.
Alrighty, yeah. That like as he goes like to bite down, the shield prevents the claws from actually biting around you, and then this claw attack, you're more focused on that the shield doesn't see it. It kind of like swipes around like your legs, taking some 9 points of damage. The goblin is now,
concentration check.
yeah, DC 10.
13, so we're good.
Okay. Trevel, it is your turn as I'm going to try to fix this turn order.
I'm going to say over the telepathic bond, if your gods are true, help me out here. As my eyes are still pink, I'm going to try and grab the Mercury Dragon's face and cast Hypnotic Gaze, another ability that I have, so it's not really casting. I need another Wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
Okay. DC 17. Let's see here. Wisdom. That's a 15.
Oh, I don't need the gods, never needed them anyway. It is charmed until the end of my next turn. Its speed is 0. It is incapacitated and cannot do anything. But that is my entire turn to do so.
The dragon?
It's now my pet. This is the thing that
Word.
killed me. I will not let that happen.
Yeah. No, that's so cool as fuck. I'm gonna let that slide. That's your whole turn. Parry, it is up to you. You're still considered frightened by it. Which I believe that gives you
Okay.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage on
going to
attacks,
move.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can get closer to it.
Would that include the hand? Disadvantage.
You know,
Whether it doesn't matter. But whether it
that's
does matter or
interesting.
not,
That's interesting.
I'm just gonna have the hand go up and attack it as my bonus action.
Why are you attacking my pet?
Yeah.
It frightens me.
Bonk it.
No.
It's fair.
This is my great grandfather.
Do I use the hand stats for that, or do I
Yes.
use my
So when you're making an attack roll
Plus-
against
plus-
it, you're using the hand stats.
so like the +8 or whatever?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to just hit it with the clenched fist.
Make a melee spell. Oh, sorry. So it's your game statistics. Make a melee spell attack for the hand using your game statistics. So you make an attack roll for the hand.
Gotcha.
And since it's the hand that's doing it,
Actually, either way, it's +8. So I guess it's
yeah, I'll make it a flat roll.
okay. That's 18.
18 is its armor class.
Ooh,
So that just hits. So
Hey.
give me
48.
48 force damage.
Yes.
And
Or if the creature takes damage. God damn it, both my things have gone shit up.
looking that up. But I'll say that. Oh my god! I went back to Discord and Kruger was gone because of the back. I was like, he's there.
No, sorry.
You're good.
11.
Okay, 11 points of force damage. You see, as it kind of like hits this creature, it almost just like a puddle wave, just kind of like boom across the creature. It takes full damage, but it does break the enchantment that Trevel had.
Whoopsie.
Great.
Well, I'm still scared of this thing and not thinking rationally. So that was my bonus action. With my action, I'm going to drop the Bigby's hand and then cast Banishment on the dragon.
Okay. All right. What kind of save is that for me?
Charisma.
As a charisma save.
That dragon has no riz. Come on.
The dragon actually has quite a bit of riz.
Most dragons do.
That is a 21 or charisma saving throw.
When they have the ability to do shape change, they're usually a lot more sentient.
Damn.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, that did not work out. What happens if I?
And Bigby's hand is dropped, correct?
Yes, Bigby's hand is dropped, but with casting Banishment, I do get I do that with the little magic that I shoot out to try to send the dragon light. Some of it comes back and starts like weaving over me in this like spectral blue fire kind of stuff around me, and I'm going to make my I think Arcane Ward is the
Yes.
so I have
sick.
You got some
basically I
temporary
have
hit
a
points.
shield of 28 temporary hit points now.
Ooh.
Damn.
Alrighty.
Yup.
Alrighty. So Bigby's is gone. Kharion, is your turn.
Okay. First and foremost, the dragon's looking really healthy, and it's the Mind Flayer that looks very weak
The
at
mind
the
flare
moment.
the mind flare does not look good.
Okay. I won't shoot my shot yet, but I will try to fuck up this bitch. So I will do 5. Hello. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And I will. Yeah. Spell. We need a spell. I will do range 30 feet. Am I within 30 feet of this thing? I hope so.
Yes.
I
Just
am.
barely.
Word. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to you see Kharion like flourish the scimitar and press some of the valves, and you hear like a almost like when you go to the dentist where like they drill in your teeth and you hear that zzz, as wind starts speeding up. And they cast Steel Wind Strike on
That's so much damage.
on the Mind Flayer and the dragon.
Okay. And that's
And
just
this is
attack rolls from
at-
you, correct?
Yeah. Let me burn, because this is the fight, I'm assuming. So
Yeah.
now's
the time.
So yeah. That's 17 plus 8 to hit for the Mind Flayer.
That
And
hits.
then for the dragon, 19 plus 8 didn't crit, sadly.
Yeah, they both hit.
So 6d10 for both of them.
This
that's-
might be crazy.
38 points of force damage to the Mind Flayer.
Okay.
Then for the dragon, 27 points of force damage for the dragon.
Okay. What does this look like?
So as you hear that, the wind just circling and making like a drill, you see they get into a low crouch. And they kind of just dash out really quickly, impale the or stab deeply into the Mind Flayer, and then you see them like almost jump off of the Mind Flayer and like a bullet dash into the dragon, back into the Mind Flayer, and because you can choose where to teleport out of.
Mhm.
I'll teleport out of the Mind Flayer. Dance number 83, Gnashing Gale, and I'll jump back out, and I'll be right there in front of him.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, that severely fucked with the Mind Flare.
So I'm like here now.
I need as a legendary action, I need Dorric and Trevel to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, that's what we're good at. Interesting. 13.
9.
Okay, you both take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone and pushed 10 feet away.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry.
Was anyone
Within
hurt
10
before this?
What was that?
Sorry, was anyone hurt before this?
I
don't
think
think-
Kharion got hit once, I think.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, damn.
Oh, then yeah. Oh, yeah, because you negated it.
that's right.
My apologies, Trevel. You do not get sent back 10 feet, but it does flap its wings, and like bits and pieces of this like silver metallic liquid begins to kind of like splash onto y'all as it uses its wings flap, or a wing attack, and y'all are both considered prone. But it's clear within 10 feet of it. My apologies.
I rolled a 12 and make concentration check.
Okay. That's still up. Yeah, Dorric, is now your turn. You're considered prone.
Perfect.
Oh, also, DM, I forget.
Yes.
Was I supposed to roll for Frighten at the end of my turn, or?
Yes, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Yes, a wisdom saving throw.
No, you're all good. I just remembered it. Oh boy! Wait, what is the? Is it wisdom?
Yes.
Wisdom.
13.
That still fails.
Rip.
Damn.
That's what I figured.
But yeah,
That's
Dorric, is your turn.
Okay. As I'm on the floor, I just kind of hold on to my little stick and I'm just like, show me a better future. Show me a better future. And I will cast my 6th level spell, Scatter.
God damn it.
So I need those two to do a wisdom save.
Both the dragon and Mind Flayer.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they gonna go?
I have one guess.
Oh, okay.
And what kind of save is that?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. That's a 17 and a 25.
Oh, okay.
Let's
I don't
go.
like
DM
that.
rolling well.
Well,
For my saves, the
the
dragon got the 25. The Mind Flayer
I
got
figured.
the 17.
So the Mind Flayer actually rolls a 3.
I was
'cause I want to
waiting.
move him.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
move him
so-
right into the center of the sickening radiance.
Okay.
I will
That
move
was back in the
myself
oven.
as
You
well.
knew
I will move
again.
myself as well right here. I can Can I stand on this table?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll move myself, and I will also teleport because I can move up to 5 creatures. That's 3. I'll move Tyrion far back, like back here, so he's not right next to the dragon.
Oh,
Sorry, it's not Terry. That's Trevel.
Revel.
That's
And
what we one being.
I
Terry.
think that's about it.
Taking their ass to Chernobyl.
then-
Basically.
Question. That is a leveled spell. If I use sorcery points, can I only cast a
It would be a
cantrip, or
cantrip.
can I cast another level spell?
It would be a cantrip, since that was a leveled spell.
Okay. Then I
I
will.
know what your
not
free
do
feat
that.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love sorcery points, bro.
It's
Meta
so
magic
good.
add
It's so
that.
good.
So good.
I love sorcery
So
points.
good.
Then I will not do that. I'll hold on to those for now. And
Were you
that would be
moving
my-
Were you moving the dragon at all?
Well, I
dragon
can't. He
succeeded.
succeeded.
That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I wanted to move him back here as well, but he succeeded. So.
Okay. That is your turn. It is the Mind Flayer's turn. Sickening Radiant at the start.
Con
Mhm.
save.
So it's a con
Con
save.
save. It does have advantage on it because of its
Mhm.
ability.
Yeah.
As a 21.
And I already used my things, so yeah, he succeeds.
Okay. You see the Mind Flare badly damaged. Is going to do a very not fun thing, and is going to plane shift.
Oh, who's in range? Wait. Do I got a sightline on him?
I'm
I
gonna
can
say
counterspell.
you barely have. You barely have it. So who's casting counterspell? Because I figured, but it's worth a shot.
Dark, if you want to.
Did someone, did someone say counterspell?
Yeah.
It's kind of your thing, ain't it?
I'm assuming I have to roll for this. This is a high level
Wait,
spell, right?
It is. So your DC is 17, and you just add
Ooh.
your intelligence modifier, not your spell
so
attack.
plus 5. Plus 5. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay, 14 plus 5, 19.
19. Yeah. So you see, almost like part of its like fabric begins to wrap around it, trying to send it to another plane. And you quickly see is after teleporting it, like you said, into Chernobyl, seeing it trying to disappear, you prevent it from moving. That's its action. That's mighty unfortunate. It's going to use its movement though, and it has it was 50 feet of movement. So it's going to try to move its way back out of here if it can. And it's going to book it all the way up here. since Dorric, since you used your reaction, you couldn't do anything. But even then, like I said, it'd be like a dagger attack. Respectfully, no offense to wizards out there, but there's no opportunity attack without feats.
Yeah.
Okay. Mind Flayer's turn. Dragon's turn. What are we doing here, people?
Sure.
A good question.
I'm chilling.
Okay.
Scared and afraid, but chilling.
I'm in the corner. Wait a minute. Wait.
So this dragon is going to begin flying into the air. I need to give him something to say that he's flying. We're say that little speck right there means that he's up in the air. He's going to look down, and I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. For you, Dork, I'll give you advantage because you're technically inside, but everybody else that is outside is a flat roll. As it begins to fly up into the air and looks down as like green gas begins to pour out of its mouth and begins to encapsulate the entire area out here.
Is this a magical effect?
This is a dragon's breath.
Okay. Because I was gonna say for saving throws I would have advantage, but okay.
It's in a 60-foot cone. It's literally just like flying up and looking directly down and just 60-foot cone the ground.
Ooh, 21 for me.
I got
Oh,
that.
16.
17.
12.
Harry?
It's con, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
You're good.
19.
19? Okay. So Dorric and Harry, y'all both succeed. I don't have enough dice for this, so I'm gonna have to do this a little
Oh,
bit.
I have to negate this, or I'm gonna be seriously hurt. For some of it.
I have a high
At
con
least.
for this reason. I'm not worried about it.
Reroll that real quick.
Yeah, I needed a 9 or higher to succeed, and I just didn't get it.
Yeah, the DC is 18 on this.
I needed an 11 or a higher to succeed.
Oh, damn.
So as this poisonous gas begins to fill in the air, Trevel and Kharion, y'all both take 49 points of poison damage.
It's fine.
Then I'll use my reaction to spend a 5th level to negate it by 5. I mean, negate it not by 5. Negate it by 25.
Ooh.
By Song of Defense. So
You still
And-
take 26.
Yeah, Dorric and Perry, y'all both take 24.
Do I technically take none because of the chromatic rose?
So
This is acid, right?
This is poison.
Oh, never mind.
Other stuff had acid damage,
Rip.
but we just decided to put them into shit and not do anything about it. But yeah, so that's its action. And that's its turn as it begins to just remain up in the air, and all of you quickly begin to get these visions and flashbacks to what Dorric described and showed all of you. That being said, also, y'all, I'll say Trevel for you specifically, you look over to the Mind Flayer, and it's horror in its face as it also takes this damage. And you watch as the dragon either intentionally or unintentionally did betray it, and it actually did kill it.
Nice.
That
That makes my turn so much easier.
It had a total of 104 hit points, and it was at 97 damage. So it needed 7 more points of damage to kill it. So regardless, it was dying. So
Perfect.
dragon nuked the field. Might not know that it accidentally did that. But anywho, that is its turn. Trevel, it is your turn.
How high up is the dragon? Just kidding. Didn't ask. 6th level wall of ice. I'm gonna make a dome above it. It's gonna fall on top of the dragon.
Okay, let's look at the spell.
hell yeah!
It doesn't say it's on a surface. Oh, on a solid surface. Never mind. Let me find something else.
So, okay, no, because I like this. Let's make this work. Like we can make this work. I will say this.
I skipped the first sentence.
What tall is the
Yeah.
building?
Exactly. I'll say you can form it up along the side of the building because it only has a flying speed. It does have a flying speed at 80, but it needed to be within range to cast it. So it's 60 feet up in the air. But you could probably just get like the cusp of the top of this building and like arc it a little bit to drop this stuff on top of it because that's cool as fuck. So yeah,
Like
that's
if it's
happening.
against it, I can still hit it then.
Yeah, it's like you can use the side of the building to get that height and then do whatever you were trying to do just now.
Yeah, against the wall of the building, I reach over my shoulder and pull a quartz out, just chuck it towards the Mercury Dragon, hits the wall and just shatters out, and basically I'm going for the tail of the dragon. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty.
It's dope as hell.
Oh, sorry.
Still takes
That's
half. I
it.
don't give a shit.
It's a 20. It's a 27 with a natural 20.
That's fine. And into the telepathic bond, break the ice. Oh, come on, dice roll. Snake eyes, you bitch. Fuck. Okay. Okay, I came back at the end there. 30 points reduced to 15. I got 10 on 6d10. 6d6, and then I got 20 on the next two.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
So 15 cold damage, and I need someone to break that ice now.
Okay. Which is perfect because Perry, you were up next.
But I am. Wait, so where'd the ice fall again? Or is
It didn't fall. It's just on the side of the building next to the dragon.
So like along these walls right here, there you see like an ice trail leading up to like above the dragon, and there's like ice pillars preventing the dragon from flying any higher up. You just need to do something to break that ice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just coned him in.
We're gonna do a little bit of a little bit of homebrewing here to see what exactly that does, because that's cool.
Well, when the wall breaks, it then makes a space of cold that just does a lot of damage.
True, but I would also imagine chunks of ice would hit the top of the dragon.
Potentially.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The love of the game.
So how far is the wall of ice and the dragon from each other?
So they would say they're probably within 10 feet. I think.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to cage in the dragon so it doesn't fly up any higher.
Like if like whenever like it flaps its wings and hits like the peak, you see the back of the dragon is like grazing the wall of ice. Like it's relatively close by.
Yeah, I have 10 10-foot square panels.
Yeah. Just boom, 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 boom.
Would I be able to chuck a 4th level
Oop.
right in between the dragon and the wall of ice?
Was that
Did you say-
fireball or firebolt?
Fireball.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we
That's
go.
another dex save from the dragon.
Yep. That's
Keep
a
it is.
+7. Fuck.
19.
19. That is a save. That is higher than
Okay.
16.
Takes half damage.
half damage. That'll be 9d6.
So roll that. So, and Monty, for you, Trevel, give me a intelligence check. The higher the number, the better.
Great. That will be a natural 20 for a 25.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My poison dice came in handy today.
23 with the first 5. I got 4 more to roll.
Okay.
All of my ice wall is gone.
Thank you for its service. Thank you.
Natural 20 is crazy. Okay.
It was poison damage, not acid, that it did. On the breath.
Yeah.
36 halved to
18.
18.
That's
And,
still good.
and all the walls explode into just a giant mist and cloud surrounding the dragon of frigid air.
Hell yeah.
So do you? Okay. So I'll say this. because with a natural 20. That intelligence check was to see how you manipulated this spell. So with a natural 20, if you want, you can do it to where the idea was to drop the ice onto the dragon. And if you were to do that, you could have like weakened a part of the ice wall so that the main chunk would still fall. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But by doing that, it would probably knock it out of that cold mist area. So it's up to you what you would prefer it to have.
I was so enthralled by the sickening radiance that I want him to stay in smoke.
Okay. So yeah, creature moving the first time on its turn. Okay, so at the start of its turns, I'll make a Constitution saving throw because it's in that cold mist right now. Alrighty, that was good as fuck, y'all. Is that the end of your turn, Perry?
Wisdom
Yes,
saving throw.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes, I
wisdom
just did the
saving
saving throw. I got a 19 plus 6.
Okay, that's a success. You are no longer frightened.
Yeah.
Orion, your turn. This creature is 60 feet up in the air.
I'd actually be able to do this.
Up in the air.
I might survive.
Yay!
Yippee!
Raw.
It's so
I
funny
want
that
to.
the Dragonborn was the only one scared of the dragon.
I love it.
I'm gonna prepare something because it needs to come down at some point.
Hmm.
Any valley, you know.
Huh? Yeah, we'll do it. You see Kharion kind of quickly creates the sigil into the ground and stabs into it, twists it like a key, and you see a mirror kind of appear in front of them, and they just stick a hand out and says, "Will you please dance with me?" And you see a shadowy hand overlap theirs, and it's like, "I'd love to." And he pulls this figure in, and you see Kharion and whatever this being is merge into one thing as they cast Tensor's Transformation. Forbidden spell number 32, Dark Duet. And you see they have a black swan costume with all the like filigree and feathers and everything. And you just see the scimitar is just heavy in weight. And it's just prepared, waiting to hit this thing.
Okay.
So that ends my turn.
All right, Dorric, it is your turn. You're inside. The green mist is like filtering into this room. You're quickly realizing and seeing your prophetic vision come true.
Who knew I was going to be the white
but-
mist?
Tag yourself in this vision.
Dying!
Hi.
28 hit points in pain.
Oh, I gain 50 temporary hit points for this spell. So
yeah, you do.
So I'm at 9.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of stuff, but they all matter when I hit things. So
Because I kind of want to bring it down for you. Does it have to stay in that mist until the beginning of its turn?
The mist's going up most of the wall, I would think, because I have a lot of space to do it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if all of those like barriers were destroyed in this fireball, there's literally just like a wall. The wall of ice has become a wall of mist, and so it's like if it were to drop down, it would go through all of that mist. If that makes sense.
also, if you can't bring it down, I can find a way to get up there with mirthful leap, and like I'm very acrobatic. So trust.
I will say this: if you can find a way to drop it down, since the mist has stayed, that could be very dangerous.
What does that mean?
I'm saying it moves through a sheet of frigid air. There's like 6 sheets underneath it. So that's potentially 30 d6 cold. That is 30 d6 cold damage. It's just a matter of is it full or half.
Cool. So then I can do this. Okay. Thank you.
I'm a
will.
villain to myself.
I'm gonna walk out first of all.
Okay.
So I have an actual sightline on it. So right here, drop this. Drop concentration on that. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Phantasmal Killer.
Okay. What do you need
I
from me?
need a Wisdom save.
It's on
Alrighty.
par for the course.
That is a 10.
Ooh,
Oh.
let's go.
It's
Okay,
a low
so-
roll, and we all want to go home.
The target becomes frightened for the duration.
So legend, his legendary resistances, they don't exist right now.
Fair enough.
He's let so much, he thinks he can take you guys.
21 points of with psychic damage.
21 of psychic, that's good. Okay,
And it
21
is frightened.
psychic, which is crazy. I don't think it's immune to that. Nope, it is not. Alrighty. We are down
I
to
say,
here
though,
now.
Because the Phantasmal Killer creates an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears. Can I say that it's kind of like seeing something, whatever this thing would be afraid of, just kind of like coming down from the sky? I want to force it down.
Yeah,
to fly
okay.
down.
Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So, we'll make a contested, you make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a wisdom roll. And since it's frightened, I'll give it a disadvantage. But this is to see if you can create something. If you can go into this creature's mind and create something so terrifying that it would force it to fly away. If you win this roll, we'll go with that. But it is frightened, so it would have disadvantage. But is it going to be a wisdom check for it? Oh my god, okay.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. So, because it's not a saving throw, it's just the ability score. It's a plus 3. I got a 12, which makes it a 15. And I believe that fails, correct?
Yeah.
Because you got what?
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah. So you're actually able to, whatever this creature is afraid of, you see like the wings flapping, and it's like looking down at you, and its mouth is agape, almost like it's getting ready to cast another, or not cast, but like summon another dragon's breath. As you see its head kind of quickly like looks up, and you watch its like flapping begins to almost intensify. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. I'm going to say this. It is going to fly down. It'll fly down at an angle. But Monty, I gotta make some rolls real quick to see how much damage thing's about to take. 'Cause it's gonna fly through 3 of your like pillars that you've summoned of myth. So it's gonna make 3 of those saving throws, but you need to roll 15d6 cold damage for
Well,
me.
theoretically,
Oh
I'd do
my-
5d6 3 times.
That also works.
Yeah. Ugh.
Constitution saving throw?
Correct, and it's
Yeah.
DC 17,
The lowest is a 17.
which is fine.
Oof.
It's okay,
Still
because
taking
you wasted
damage.
a natural 20 on my end. And still taking potentially
23
a bunch
points of damage.
23 points of damage just from it moving. Okay. Here we go, y'all. We're in the end games now. So that's its turn. It's considered frightened. It's flying down. Dorric, it saw that, and it's gonna fly down towards you. Seeing that you're the one that cast the spell. So it's gonna fly all the way down and make 3 attacks at disadvantage towards you. A 19 and a 21 did it.
Oh, there went
Ooh.
Kruger.
Yeah, even with shield, they're both still hit.
Okay. So you're gonna take.
I'm not casting shield, by the way.
Let's see, 2d10. 13 points of piercing damage from a bite attack, and 12 points of slashing damage from a claw attack. As this thing is like crashing down towards you now at this point, you see it kind of flies down, spirals around, sees you kind of step out, and like you're up there like trying to cast a spell on it, and you see it like goes like bite down on you, but like use a claw to grab you and then try to take a bite out of you. It is angry. but also scared. At the end of its turn, it does get its breath weapon back. So, and it's going to technically be here, within melee. Alrighty, gentlemen. Trevel, it is your turn. I'm gonna let you know now. If it gets back to its turn, it's probably a TPK.
You would think that, right?
I would think that, because it has its breath weapon back. So if y'all can survive another 49 points of poison damage,
I'll be good.
I would love.
I can't, but that's fine.
Weren't you holding something, by the way?
No,
Me?
it was just to prepare an attack kind of deal. Wish I
Yeah.
cast a spell.
I just buffed myself. I can't cast magic right now.
I had to roll a d4 to decide what I'm about to do. Okay. Oof, this is not going to work, but I'm going to try it. Seeing that it seems to be rearing itself back up, I'm going to finally stand up from the shit position I was in after getting knocked down and then teleported. I'm going to look over at it, extend my hand out, and cast Charm Monster on it as a Love Heart goes and hits it in the side of the head. It will have advantage on this because it is in combat, but I'm trying to make it friendly.
That is a 27.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. So with my movement, I will run away. I will hide in the tree.
Skedaddle. I'm going to skedaddle. Alrighty. Trevel, it's Perry's turn. We're going to go to you, Kharion, and then if Perry makes it back, we'll go back to his turn. So I don't want to skip it or anything, but I don't know what he would do.
Yeah.
Besides cast shield on himself.
Yeah. You see Kharion is in this black swan costume, and they do an aerial front flip and just run over to the side of it and make 2 giant slashes on the side of this dragon.
Go. Alright.
Theoretically,
Barry,
could you get the flanking?
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I could get flanking.
Yeah. Sure. Fuck it. It's bedtime.
So yeah, it's as a bonus action, because we're doing all the things. Where's that tattoo at? Yeah.
It's just an extra d6 of force damage.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you see this black ink that's on their arms kind of just swirl up, and it just gets sucked into the scimitar, so it's even heavier. So hey, oh, that's a okay. So to hit, that's a 19 plus 7
That
for the
hits.
first attack.
AC is 18.
17 plus 8 for the second one. The first roll I had was a natural 1, but with flanking is really saving me. So let me roll to hit for the first attack and add all that extra stuffs. So yeah, scimitar, there it is. 1d6 plus 5.
Oh my god, it has 69 hit points left. Let's fucking go, y'all.
Okay. So that's 12. Because I rolled 11. I rolled a 6 plus 5. It's for 11. And then I add an extra d6 for the tattoo, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So, which is a 5. So that is 16 total for the first hit. But I add 2d12, was it, for Tensor's transformation?
I believe so, which is disgusting, and I hate you.
So where'd the okay. So 16.
Yeah, 2d12.
16, 28, 29 for the first attack. 29 points of force damage.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then for the second one, okay, that's a 5 plus 5, so that's 10 plus another d6 for the tattoo. That's a 5. So that is
I got it. I got it. You're good.
okay, cool.
Plus
Then
another
2d12 on top. That is an 8 and a 7.
Only 15.
8 plus 7. Oh my god! Okay. So, this dragon.
And then,
Oh!
as a bonus action, 2-weapon fighting.
You bonus actioned your arm.
Ah,
Okay.
you're right. Damn. Okay, no, that ends my turn.
Okay. So, like I said, it had 69 hit points left. That was 59 points of damage.
Ah!
So close. So
Goddamn.
close. But yeah, okay. So, Perry, I took you out of initiative real quick, since now that you're back, it is your turn. You see Kharion just absolute wombo combo the shit out of this dragon.
Yeah.
It is teetering on death. You see its form is starting to drip off, and it's trying to gather itself to stay in this form.
Is it
You are no longer frightened. What would you like to do?
is it still flying or
It's on
is
the ground.
it?
It flew
We're
back
gonna-
down because Dorric cast Phantasmal Killer on it, and it didn't like that. So it flew back down and tried to kill him, and it almost succeeded.
Gotcha. Okay.
10
I'm
damage.
just going to. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to cast a 6th level wall of fire on this motherfucker.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay.
Right from
Yeah.
underneath him.
Wall of Fire.
Yo.
At 6th level. So that is 7d8 fire damage.
Yes. Let me get the
And it makes
dice.
a dexterity saving throw. Uh-oh. That's a 7 plus 7, that's 14.
That's a fail.
Ooh, it failed.
Oh
That's
no.
that's full damage. Oh, if only my camera was on. I'm saluting.
Unless
Currently saluting.
unless you roll all ones,
Yeah, ain't
I don't physically think, like, the odds of it surviving this is unimaginable.
24 damage, and that's with 4 dice.
God.
Kharion was just emoting, just doing a little
Yeah,
ballet.
so go ahead and roll for us, but also that is going to kill it, just so we know the final number. It had 10 hit points left, because big numbers are fun. So collectively, or as an individual,
38.
oh, it's like big dead. Okay, yeah. So y'all see Perry summon this wall of fire, and Dorric, you are face to face with this creature. The vision that it was supposed to kill all 4 of you and almost succeeded. And all of a sudden you see this fire begin to flicker around it and encapsulate it in this prison. How would y'all like to do this?
All of us?
Oh, Perry, but it's up to y'all how you. I think it's always fun if you guys want to do a collective group, just like beat it up. But Perry, it is your wall of fire.
It is your wall of
it
fire,
is
Perry.
how you want to do it, and if you want to make that a group thing, make it a group thing.
I think I could do maybe a bit of both. I want the wall of fire to almost kind of like dome over it and almost like take on almost like the shape of like a bird cage,
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like
Right.
slits that just like slowly starts to, and also like from under it like cooking it a little bit, but like slowly starts to like close in and get smaller and smaller as it's just like tightening in on this thing. And leaves some little gaps for people to like poke at it if they want, and shoot whatever they want in there.
Everybody, get your daggers out. Now's the time.
Yep.
Yeah, you see this flame cage appear around it, domed at the top, as like the dragon is trying to like quickly like fly around. You see its form shifting and trying to squeeze through the gaps in the fire, but the heat is too intense as the form of this liquid metallic dragon almost begin to kind of start to boil, and its form is beginning to dissipate. Does anybody else want to get in on this before it dies?
I think I just throw my scimitar. Just that's it. Just a full force. You do a quick little arabesque, whatever ballet term, and then just full force throws that shit as deep as I can.
All right. Dorric, Trevel, y'all want to throw in a little extra stink on this?
Yeah, I grab my shoulder, just football chuck wellies, like, get the eyes. get the eyes of this creature.
Dorric, anything?
I will kind of like bend down and start praying. Just kind of like, thank you. Now may it return to the earth, and cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and just kind of like the dirt around it from the bottom of the cage will kind of like start just kind of grabbing, pulling it down to kind of like trying to bury it.
Oh, that's cool. You see, I guess only for you, Dorric and Trevel, you see this invisible imp like sifting through the dirt, trying to get to whatever eyes are there, trying to please its master. please. But yeah, you see as the ground begins to consume this dragon, crushing the melted form, and begins to kind of mix with the dirt and the stone as it begins to just get buried deep into the ground. And it is dead. Perry, you look over to the ground, and roughly right about in this area, you see the metallic arm that, for whatever reason, this mind flare was after, just on the ground with that green fluctuating energy. Imagine this is what Consta was talking about, the artifact that he's been working on, and y'all have seemingly prevented the forces from stealing this artifact. Any final words before I close it out here, as your characters?
I rolled to see if I passed my con save at the end of Tensor's transformation. You see him take Kharion take a deep bow and then just suddenly just start throwing up as they take a point of exhaustion.
Oh
It's like,
shit!
oh god, god,
damn.
oh, we did it, everyone.
Yeah.
We did it. We did it.
It is all in a day's work as a professor. I cast catnap on myself.
Yeah, I'll just stay in that same pose that I was in and just like pray for the next couple minutes.
Well, should probably get this to the museum right quick before anything else like this happens. Thank you, Dork. Much appreciated.
I
Jolly
want
good
some
work.
teeth. I want some teeth.
We'll see, like, as we kind of like everybody kind of gathers themselves between the catnap and the throwing up on the floor. Dork, you finish your prayer. Perry, you kind of grab the artifact, and y'all begin making your way through the garden after the catnap is over. Unless you just leave them there on the ground to sleep. But yeah, seemingly the professors and the students that forewarned them of their death have succeeded and prevented technology from being lost. Knowledge has now been gained in this world and has been a fine addition to the Academy of the Arcane. And with that, we will end it there. So,
Woo!
look at my face.
Locked in.
I mean business. But yeah, so that's where we're going to end. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you all next time.
Bye-bye.